Hello, I'm Nerdy Preacher, and tonight I'm going to be doing a Let's Play of Enjoy the Diner. Now, I do want to tell you a little bit about this game before we start. I saw it in a Nintendo Direct and was very interested in it. Wanted to watch a Let's Play of it myself, but quite honestly couldn't find one of good quality. So I'm going to do my best to give good quality. I'm going to try to narrate. That's not necessarily my best, but I will try my best and hope that you enjoy. And the goal of this is to have a high quality Let's Play that you can just watch or listen to in the background, because I'm going to read all the dialogue out. Alright, let's begin. I'm going to go ahead and start. My friend. Take the blue pill. The moon. The moon is full. Enjoy the diner. Well, I'm beat. The moon is really nice tonight. With a moon like this, I think I'll go to a diner. It's pretty cold out. Quiet too. Moon Palace. I didn't know there was a place like this around here, open this late. Table for one? Right this way, please. Are you ready to order? I'll have some ice cream and a soda, please. All right, ice cream and a soda. Will that be all? Yes, thank you. Oh, wait a second. The ice cream doesn't have shrimp in it, does it? You're asking if the ice cream has shrimp in it. Just making sure. I've got a real bad allergy, is all. It doesn't. Will that be all for you tonight? Yes, thank you. All right, let's try to get some studying done. She hasn't come yet. Did she forget? Huh. Was my seat always like this? Actually, everything here feels off. What's going on? For now, I'll look for the waitress. Let's see here. Let's look at the poster. A poster of wine on the beach that reads, "A taste of the deep sea." Cutlery. Spoons, forks, and chopsticks, all in here. But what's the point if food never comes? I thought it was a menu, but it's just a blank board. Smooth, too. What is this? My notebook for studying. Record what's happened so far? Sure. All right. Moon Palace, a diner for the whole family. Your table. Soda fountain, king's table, door, entrance, moon view, corner table. Let's just go ahead and go to the soda fountain here first. Oh, nice. There's a soda fountain. Most of these I've never even heard of. Makes me a little uneasy. Obtain your favorite drink. Let's see, glasses. Just normal glasses. There's a lot of them. Who's doing the restocking? From left to right, there's sugar, creamer, and sweetener. Creamer is the only one empty. Obtain. Why is creamer the only one empty? What? It just like filled up my glass with syrup. Black booze, penguin soda, silver water, moon tears. What? Let me see here. It says out of order. I'd better not. It says liquid. Nothing happens when I push the button. I'm gonna go ahead and... Okay, I already got a glass of moon tears, so let's go ahead and go to the king's table. You there, peasant! You must be a newcomer. So, our Spike. Where are we? Where's the waitress? Who are you? Favorite drink? Who are you? I'm Railroad Spike, king of the Four Spoon Kingdom. Pleased to meet your acquaintance. This may be a diner, but do be aware that you are in the presence of a king. It would be wise to show some respect. What's with that look? I'm only kidding. Okay. Let's see. Where's the waitress? Sorry to say, you won't find servants of any sort here. Be it cooks or waitresses. Only guests like ourselves. In a place like this, even royalty such as myself must go and fetch their own water from the soda fountain. Where are we? It would seem to be Moon Palace. Quite a grand name, wouldn't you agree? However, the name isn't grand for no reason. Some peculiar powers are at play here. For instance, one could describe this world as ideal, free from anger, hunger, and even death. Everyone has come here from somewhere else, but as there's no way to leave, they all spend their time idly. Oh, I want to see what that little thing on the table is. Doesn't say anything, so let's go ahead and talk some more. About Spike. You wish to know about me, do you? As I said, I'm ruler of the small kingdom of Fornspoon. Well, it might be more precise to say I was the king. I've heard from others that my kingdom is no more. It has a considerable amount of time after all. Well, that's all there is to know about me. I'm not used to talking about myself. In the past, simply holding the title of king meant there was no need to explain myself. That's not the case here. Here, a king holds no special privileges nor obligations. And you likely wouldn't find my title convincing either. As I thought, it's no use. If only there was at least a history book or something. Historians are eloquent. They would probably speak of me better than I could myself. About the soda fountain. I was familiar with such things as soda fountains before my arrival here, but I've grown rather fond of it. I have an inkling as to how the contraption works, but in truth, I am more comfortable serving myself than having someone else serve me. Everyone using the same contraption means I needn't worry about being poisoned either. It is difficult to pick just one. Ah yes, I rather enjoy the Primordial Soup. With each sip is a new discovery. That complexity makes for valuable entertainment. Is there any creamer? You mean by the soda fountain? When I arrived here, there wasn't any left. It's peculiar that it doesn't seem to get refilled, unlike the others. Actually, them getting refilled at all is peculiar. Who's doing it anyway? I shall bestow upon the replenisher a reward. should I find them? I'm actually gonna go back to the soda fountain and see if getting different sodas will give us like different dialogue choices. So I'm gonna try the black booze and penguin soda and silver water. Oh, the primordial soup. Let's go ahead and take that back to the king's table and see here. Can I can't go over to the right to select it. Maybe ask about the drink again. So yeah, they're just going to tell me the same thing about the drink. So I am playing this blind, by the way. Let me go ahead. I'm going to go back to Moon Tears. I think that's probably going to be the most useful. So at this point, I've really selected everything in order. So it seems to be a classic point-and-click adventure where talking opens up more dialogue choices, which then you can use as keys to progress the plot. It's dark. It feels like someone is on the other side of that door. Oh, I gotta see this painting. A painting of the crescent moon. I'm wondering what's up with the blank space. I guess that's just how it is. So that gave me more information about the moon painting. They definitely have some theme with the moon. It won't open. Is it locked from the other side? Is someone out there? This room is occupied. I'll be out as soon as I can. Please wait. Oh, could you be a newcomer? Who are you? I'm Chines. There are reasons why I can't leave this room. I'm sort of afraid of open spaces. Did you see the outside? There is nothing except the moon. It's more like emptiness than darkness. So, I'm staying in here. It's not because I'm guilty of something or anything. No, not at all. Where's the waitress? I'm not the waitress. I'm not sure where she is either. Where are we? It's Moon Palace. Oh, it's not the place's name you want to know. Sorry. I'm not sure. I can't explain it. It's like a different dimension, or rather, it's not a normal place. Don't assume that the same logic from Earth will apply here. So probably in some sort of afterlife situation is my guess. Where's the waitress? I'm not the waitress. I know where she is. Okay, I already asked that question. About our Spike. You mean the king? We haven't spoken much. But I think he's a nice person. Probably. Actually, I feel like I make others uncomfortable when they talk to me. But he has always listened patiently to what I have to say. I'm sorry if I make you uncomfortable. Oh gosh, I relate to that too hard. About Chines. Me? There's not much to tell you. Oh. Before coming here, I was working as a live-in caretaker at an estate on the outskirts of town. The owner said that no matter how much they tightened security, a creature would break in and ravage the house as if nobody was living there. I never thought to ask what creature it was, but surely it could sense signs of life. I used to spend my time in that estate reading books in front of the stove and gazing at plants. That was me. About the soda fountain. The soda fountain? I'm sorry, I haven't used it much. Your favorite drink? Well, maybe coffee or something like that. About the moon painting. Ooh, I gotta ask the king about the moon painting. The painting in the hall? I don't remember it all too well, to be honest. The blank space is rather unsettling, huh? Is there any creamer? I think I might have already asked that. Let's go ahead and ask the king about the moon painting. Our Spike. You're talking about the crescent moon with the face, correct? I'm not much of an art connoisseur, but I'm strangely drawn to that painting. I always stare at it as if the moon is going to come to life. But of course, that has never happened. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the entrance. Yeah, it is kind of creepy. Let's see. All we have... Oh, just these two things. See here? Won't open. Can't find a keyhole either. It's like it's not even supposed to open. Even if it did open, there's nothing but the moon out there. What is this place? Oh, outside. Great, I get to ask 2 other people about that. The full moon. It seems larger than normal. Okay, I got to. We're going to go to our spike first, and let's see, about the outside. The only thing out there is the moon. It's as if the world is only this building and the moon existing and are floating. But what use is there in pondering the outside when we cannot even leave this diner? Let me see here, the moon. It's quite large, isn't it? I could be misremembering, but it does look different than the moon from back home. The moon really is quite stunning. Doesn't the pattern look like a dancer? Ah, that's right. In your country, it's more common to say, it looks like a crab, isn't it? At least that's what Glasspan told me. Okay, let's go ahead and see what Chines says about the moon. Well, outside first. Outside? There's nothing outside. There's no way to get out, but I think it's better that way. Just imagine falling into that void. Ah! Just the thought is terrifying. And then what about the full moon? The moon? Jeez. It's really scary. Eek! Ah! I, don't really want to talk about it anymore. Okay. Let's see if we can meet somebody else. Moon view table. Oh, nice. Well, well, another newcomer has joined us. I have so much to ask you. First off, who are you? I'm Glasspen, a Moon Palace veteran. There's no way to keep track of time here, but I'm sure there's been thousands of years. Maybe more. For your sake, I'll let you know that you're never getting out of here. Let's enjoy our time as best as we can. Haha. Glasspen, man. Where are we? The Eternal Restaurant, Moon Palace. There's no other way to explain it. Just me and you here forever. Can't be that bad, right? The moon is full as it will ever be, and there's even a soda fountain, so just sit back and enjoy the diner. Where's the waitress? No clue. All I know is that I've never seen one around here before. Who knows? Maybe they're hiding under the table or something? Okay, so much to ask you. What do you think about our Spike? You want to know about the king? Well, I do have one strange story about him. He arrived after me. I don't know the details, but he must be someone from early modern era or something. If that is the case, then the timeline is all wonky. But that's about all I can say about this place. I love how this story is unfolding. What about Chines? Chines? She's been here longer than anyone, but ever since I arrived, she's been locked away in that room. I've tried looking for a way to escape. I've tried dying. Well, I've tried all sorts of things, but in contrast to me, her behavior has remained the same this whole time. She's been afraid this whole time and has never once tried leaving her room. But that in itself may be a sign that she's actually quite mentally strong. I once tried coaxing her out, but in the end, it never worked. She must have a really good reason. Let's see. Glass pen. Me, you want me to introduce myself? I could talk about before I came here. An absurdly long time ago, I worked as a designer for vacuum cleaners and the like. The most famous one I worked on was probably the Whale's Breath series. You've probably never heard of it. It's for industrial use after all. It had quite a reputation for being cute, powerful, and easy to use. What else? I guess that's all I have to say. I was not expecting vacuum cleaners. About the outside. There's nothing about the moon out there, but there was once a time when I was looking for a way out. Nothing worked. Doors wouldn't open, glass wouldn't break. I don't recommend you try it. Well, maybe to kill me. Oh, jeez, I put that wrong. Well, maybe to kill time. About the moon. The moon's always full and never moves. It really is beautiful, but it'd be nice to see it wax and wane from time to time. Without that, it's easy to get tired of it. How to escape? She already mentioned that you can't escape here. Let me see. What is it? How to escape? I can't tell which one I'm selecting. It's because the background's black. Let's see, how to escape. I don't know, but there is a way to disappear from here. I'm not sure if it's really an escape. Does it involve going somewhere else, or do you just vanish? I'm not sure. It's not something that happens to you if you desire it. It's more like an accident. So don't get your hopes up, or else it won't happen. Oh, this poster. We also have cake. I wonder if that's true. Is there any cake? Oh my gosh, I have to talk to everybody again. Let me see here. Oh, what's our glass? It's filled with black liquid. Nearby glass. Hey, don't touch that. Just leave it as is. Can't talk about the funny thing on the side. Alright, where were we? About the fountain. Let me tell you, this soda fountain is real nice. They all taste a bit strange, but it's easy to get hooked on the stuff. It doesn't even matter how much you pour, it never runs dry. What luck, free refills until the end of time. Ah ha ha. Okay. What's your favorite drink? It's gotta be black booze. I'm ever drinking it now, see? I don't even think it's strong enough to get drunk on. But just the thought of alcohol is enough to put me at ease. Second favorite is the penguin soda. It's quite the experience. But boy, was it ever tough to get accustomed to. Okay. Ah, the moon. The moon's bright. Okay. Before I go back to everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the corner table just to see if I get more dialogue choices. Oh, who's this? Oh, you're new too? Feel free to take a seat. Let me see here. Who are you? I'm Chilonuka. What the heck is this name? I'm Chilonika. I'm Chilonika. I'm just gonna call you Chilonika. I'm Chilonika. Nice to meet you. I must admit, I'm no good at introductions. I've only just arrived here. I'm gonna call him Nika. That's the only thing I know I can get right. But I suppose that makes us both newcomers. It'd be nice if we could help each other out, share information and the sort. Okay, Nika. Oh my gosh, this menu's getting crazy. Where's the waitress? There's no employees here. That's probably not even a real restaurant. There's a soda fountain, but I couldn't find any sort of menu. Where are we? Everyone said we're in a place called Moon Palace. It's written on the entrance door, too. To be honest, I don't know much more than that. I definitely wouldn't call this place normal, that's for sure. Okay. What about our Spike? The king, right? I actually know the king, or I know about him, would be more accurate. It's a strange story, but hear me out. The kingdom he claims to have ruled over Fornspoon isn't on the map anymore. Around 500 years ago, it was annexed to the territory of Gustin. According to the records of the time, the king was never blessed with children. After succeeding to his throne, there was no remaining heir. The royal family tried to formulate a plan, but to no avail. The whole country was left in unease. And then, the king vanished. Oh, sorry. I thought you'd be a little more shocked. I've been going on for a while, haven't I? Sorry, I'll wrap it up. Where was I? So with no monarchy to speak of, Fornspoon was forced to submit to Gustin. It's possible that Gustin rewrote the records of their invasion to paint themselves in a better light. But at any rate, all records mention the king's disappearance. The body of R. Spike was also never found. If the R. Spike here is the real deal, then that would solve one of the great mysteries of history. The king was just at a diner. What is this place anyways? Oh my gosh. So that opens up like a whole crazy amount of lore. From here you can see the moon in all of its glory, but it doesn't have any markings or patterns on it. Is it even the moon? Oh, don't make me think about that. But that's very interesting, because it doesn't mean that it's an afterlife, because in the afterlife you'd have the body left on Earth, so it's some sort of like parallel universe transfer, like alternate reality. What in the heck? That they just got like transported to. That's a big lore dump from that. What about Chinese? The shut-in? There's something fishy about her, if you ask me. What reason could she have to be so reluctant to leave that room? It's almost as if it would be problematic for us to see her, or the room. At any rate, I suspect she knows something. Oh my gosh, I want the key to that room. She's so suspicious that it's almost unbelievable. It's the kind of red herring you'd expect to find at a mystery novel. So that's definitely what you guys, or what this game is a mystery novel. Huh? Me? You want me to talk about myself? That's awkward. Let's see. I work at a university library. I enjoy history and am pretty confident in my knowledge of it. What else? I also like birds, such beautifully shaped creatures. I also like turnips. Satisfied? Okay. Oh yeah, we got plenty more to talk about Glasspan. The one who's, well, always drinking. She comes off as a hedonist. But I wouldn't think she comes off as a hedonist. She just has, like, beer that she doesn't get drunk off of. Gosh, she's not, like, sleazy or anything. I don't know. Okay, sorry. But there's also something lonely about her. Obtain lonely? Oh, gosh. What game is this? She said we'd be stuck in Moon Palace forever. Is that really what's going to happen? Even if we were here for thousands or even millions of years, it still wouldn't equal eternity. Of course, she probably did think like that from the start, but I don't think it's a waste trying to find a way out. Oh my gosh. Is there any cake? Huh? There isn't any. Is there? You'll only find drinks here. Why are you asking all of a sudden? So okay, first off, I'm gonna finish talking to this guy. I want to be able to talk to the other people about the other things, but at this point, like, I'm so worried about what's gonna happen next. Like, is there gonna be an escape sequence? Is something going to stop me from talking to the other people? I really don't know where this is going. So, let me go ahead and finish talking to him here. About the outside. Out there. There's the moon. But you can't see any stars or anything else. So it doesn't seem like we're in space. Is it a parallel dimension or something? But what would that even mean? I know, I shouldn't be trying to apply logic to this. Even so, I still keep searching for answers. Okay. About the moon? Oh, the moon. It's always full, so that means... Is there a sun behind the palace? Oh, sorry, is there a sun behind Moon Palace? Some sort of light source on the opposite side of the building from the moon? If it's a star, I think it'd be much brighter. But if it's not a star, then is it man-made, like an observation deck or something? We could speculate all we want, but we've got no way of verifying anything. Oh, right. It may not mean anything, but it was also a full moon on the night I arrived here. Ooh. Oh my gosh, all the questions I get to ask everybody. How did you get here? Now that I think about it, I haven't said anything about that, have I? It was midnight. I was at home, reading. Without thinking, I looked out the window and noticed it was a full moon out. And I thought, on a moonlit night like this, I should go to a diner. I'm not one to go out and eat very often. I looked up a place nearby that was still open and took a walk down there. It was called Moon Palace, just the same as this place. I ordered from the menu and waited. Before I knew it, I was here. You had a similar experience, I see. Oh my gosh. How to escape? Once again, I haven't a clue. We're trapped in this restaurant, but even if we were to escape, that wouldn't even be the end of it, would it? We'd still be stuck out there in the darkness. Yes, what we need is a complete solution that hits this whole thing at the root. Like, if this was really a virtual reality, a code or something, that would shut down the whole thing. Or, like, creating a wormhole to warp us home. I could shut down the whole thing. Ha! But it's easier said than done. And it might even be something like that, where they, break the fourth wall and have you close out of the game or something to progress it. We'll get there. About the soda fountain. You also saw the soda fountain, right? What's up with it anyway? I've never heard of any of those drinks. I mean, besides apple juice. I tried them all. They each seemed a tad odd. Well, they didn't seem to affect my body in any noticeable way, but it's like this is some kind of restaurant from a parallel universe. Your favorite drink? You mean from the soda fountain? I liked Moon Tears. It's quite smooth. Liked? That's weird. Past tense. You mean the one by Chines? Oh, about the moon painting. The one with the crescent moon on it. Makes you feel like there's some sort of significance to it, doesn't it? Like if you solved its riddle, some secret door would appear or something. Just tell me what to do already, huh? I was curious about what was behind the painting, so I took it down. Didn't find anything. I guess it would have been too good to be true. And is there any creamer? At the soda fountain? There's no creamer left, even though you'll find sticks of sugar. If I had to guess, someone here must really love the stuff and hogged it all. The person responsible would probably be embarrassed if they were to find out. Probably Chines. So, let's not press anyone about it. Alright, Nika. That's all that. Okay. Let me go ahead, just in case something bad happens. I'll go ahead. Oh gosh! No, I didn't mean this. I was just trying to save. This is getting boring. And there doesn't seem to be any way out. The others have been here much longer than me. I wonder if they're busy. Okay. Oh, this gives me another thing? Oh my gosh. Okay. So, let's just go ahead and save real fast, just in case. Alright. This is what I'm curious about. I know that they're just making some sort of statement. I'm so curious about what this is. And they just don't add to it. So let me go ahead and we'll just go back one by one. Get more unlocks. There's going to be no unlocks here. We've already done everything here. Let's see what we haven't done here. I haven't asked about Nika. Nika, the young man with the long hair? Yes. It seems he arrived here only just a bit before you. Unlike you, he knew how to behave in the presence of a king. Perhaps you're just overly familiar? You're the only one who bombards others with questions without much consideration. At any rate, regarding Nika... Oh my gosh, no. Chelonia? I thought I was on Nika, but I'm not, am I? It seemed like he already knew who I was. It is Chelonika. They just had a typo. Okay. He was surprised when I informed him of my name. He may be able to humor you, should you wish to hear more about yours truly. So it's definitely saying that he has the key for him, which I've already gotten. Glasspan. She's been here since my arrival. She's composed now, but back then she cried, screamed, and appeared extremely distressed. Apparently, she did not come here alone. She spent a whole lot of time with a woman named Latre. Glasspan experienced deep grief after Latre's sudden disappearance. Oh, that's interesting. But gradually, her demeanor changed to what you see now. I suspect it's a defense mechanism. Oh my gosh, another... So this is what it's gonna be. It's just gonna be these, like, 4 or 5 people, and I'm just gonna keep going back to them and unlocking more information, and then we'll finally get something that, I'll get all the keys done, and that'll be that. Already asked about the cake. Did I ask about the cake? I think the cake was with, Glasspan. I don't think I've asked about the cake. No. You must not have seen the poster. There is none. Okay. Are you the real deal? Where the heck did I get this one from? Are you inquiring whether I'm the real R. Spike? Well, that certainly clears any doubt about your lack of refinement. I have no reason to make false claims in these circumstances, but I have no way to prove it. How are you to determine something that only I can know for certain? Well, I suppose I should divulge the truth then. You were not aware that I am a woman, were you? Oh, the king's really a woman! Your reaction is to be expected. After all, you likely weren't aware that I was believed to be a man in the first place. But now that opportunity has presented itself, why don't I provide you with a special history lesson? The rules for succession to the throne of Forspoken are simple. One must be a male of royal blood and a legitimate child. I suppose it's not much different from other kingdoms. It's not common occurrence for there to be no successors. However, by the time of my birth, a deadly plague ravaged the land. For those in the royal family too perished, one after another, including my mother, weakened from my birth, as well as my father and remaining kin. In the end, all those in line for the throne died. I was the only one remaining with royal blood, for better or worse. However, women held no right to the throne, so a conclusion was quickly reached. Those who wished to maintain the monarchy ordered that I was to be male. and I was placed at the center stage as a new ruler, a savior. In other words, I was a puppet. This was closely guarded secret. I am certain there is no mentions of it in any records. For that very reason, there's no way to prove myself, but do you believe me to be the real king now? So that was definitely, our Spike mentioned that Nika would give, like, the key, and then we use that key, dialogue here to figure out more about them. So I don't know, because I didn't open up another key. Oh, it did! Is the king really a woman? That's right. That's what I said. Do you doubt me to that extent? Okay. Ooh, gosh, that's gonna be more to ask other people. About the outside. About the moon, I already asked that. How did you get here? How to escape? About the soda fountain, about your favorite drink, about the moon painting, already did these. Any creamer? Are you bored? Well, I once struggled with boredom too. But you'd be surprised at the ideas you'll get to stave at it. You'll get to stave off. I've been spending much of my time recently going for walks. I close my eyes, and in my mind, I walk along the narrow path leading to a forest. And with each step, I feel the earth beneath my feet. You may find it difficult at first, but once you get used to it, it will become so vivid, you'll find it hard to distinguish it from reality. Once you accomplish that, you're free to roam the forest to your liking. So why not give it a go? Well, it was simply a suggestion. You're not required to kill time alone or anything. Luckily, you have company. Amusing yourself with trifling conversation with the other Moon Palace residents is not bad either. Oh my gosh, let's chit-chat! Why not? Well now, what shall we discuss? How about my kingdom of Fornspoon? Well, Fornspoon sat in a valley surrounded by steep mountains to the north and south, sandwiched between the great powers of Gustin to the west and Saint Soltma to the east. Relations between those two countries were strained. War could spring up at any minute. My small kingdom was positioned in a geographically significant site for these two countries, which were focused on the inevitable conflict. As such, Fornspoon was made to tread on the most precarious of tightropes, though, admittedly, we profited from acting as an intermediary and in trade between the two countries behind closed doors. After all, we were desperate to preserve ourselves, but one day, blinded by profit, we took things too far. You see, Gustin bribed us to send a merchant to Soltma to secretly dispose of a package that was intended to be delivered. The content of the package was insignificant, yet it was more than enough to be the trigger. They could rewrite the incident however they liked in the history books later, and so Gustin waged a defensive war, claiming that Forspoken and Soltma conspired against them. Forspoken became the battleground and ravaged by war. Shortly thereafter, I arrived here at Moon Palace. I do not know what happened after that. You know, it's almost as if there's a moral to this story. I suppose this was not much in the way of chit-chat. I'm afraid I am not well versed in idle conversation. Oh my gosh. So that was quite a bit, and you could definitely see that actions led them to this place. So I'm sure our actions led us to this place as well as other people's actions, and we'll probably get that with more chit-chat. What about noble chit-chat? Oh my gosh, is my screen going to be full of squares? In my country, there is a known heirloom passed down from king to king, a small metal box inside, which only the king is to see. Naturally, I received said box once I took the throne. That night, when I was alone, I decided to look inside. It was empty. Confused, I quickly examined the rest of the box and found an inscription on the inside of the lid. It read, "To the kings who hold my blood, the contents of this box must never be known to anyone. Pass it on to the next king, for this secret will protect our country." I thought it was about 2 cases as to why the box might be empty. The first of which was that the box had once held secrets or some treasure, but the contents were lost, and the box was passed down without anyone knowing. The other was that the box had always been empty. The box's creator may have devised that knowledge of a secret known only to the king would protect a country. In either case, it was a failure, as Spoon has fallen. At the time, I still chose to protect the box, with the belief of the second case was possible. Okay. Alright, let's go to the door. Let's see. What about Nika? Oh, that man? Honestly, he's a little scary. I know I'm just being paranoid, but when I talk with him, it's like he's interrogating me, like I did something wrong. It might just be the sort of bluntness intellectual people tend to have, but maybe I did something wrong. Let me see here. Glasspan. Oh, Glasspan? She arrived here after I did. It seems that Leteri... Oh, that's right, her friend. Leteri was a real source of emotional support for her. There must have been really close. I heard Leteri just vanished suddenly. A lot has happened since then. But Glasspan acts so carefree now. Did I forget about asking, Spike about Leteri? Let me see, is Leteri even an option? Did I just miss Leteri? I thought one was, like, about Leteri. Where'd that go? Let me see. Clinton, glass pancake, the king's really a woman. Man, moon, clothes. Where are you? How'd you get here? Escape the soda fountain. Is there any creamer board? Chit-chat, noble chit-chat. I thought Leteri was like a conversation piece. Anyways, we'll go ahead and go back to Chinese. What are you afraid of? I'm pretty sure I asked that already, but I still want to hear it again. It's, right, the darkness. We really already talked about this. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyways, it's really scary. Is there any cake? No. Is the king's really a woman? Oh, I see. About the outside. Outside? There's nothing outside. There's no way to get out, but I think that it's better that way. Just imagine falling into that void. Just the thought of it is terrifying. I'm probably rereading some of these, but I'm so worried about missing the next main key. How did you get here? How I got here? Just like everyone else. I went to a diner, waited for my order, and then wound up here. Ever since then, I've been in this room. I want to know about, like, what you do before you got to the diner. A way out of here? All of our problems would be solved if that was possible. Soda fountain, favorite drink, moon painting, creamer. Are you bored? I'm fine. Eck, are you the one that's bored? Oh, if that's the case, then take this. It should help your mind off of things. A little, maybe. Oh, please, a book? It's a Spot the Difference book. I'll leave it at my table. I guess I'll give it a shot later when I feel up to it. Oh my gosh. We're definitely doing that after talking to everybody. Let's chit-chat. Huh? Alright. Wait, you want me to talk? I never cried before. I'm all holed up in here, so it's strange, isn't it? It's just how I am. No matter how scared, sad, or miserable I feel, or how my heart is moved, my body trembles and I have trouble breathing, but I never shed a tear. I'm a little envious of people who can cry. I wonder if tears are cold. What? Trivial chit-chat? How many chit-chats are we gonna get? Noble chit-chat. What's a noble chit-chat? Oh, this is sudden, but do you have anyone you admire? I don't think so. I tend to not get involved with people. I see. Why do you ask? No reason. Trivial chit-chat. So it must be like, each of the 4 characters gets their own chit-chat box. Lately, I've been listening from here. I can faintly hear you walking around and talking to the others. It's the liveliest it has ever been. But I haven't heard you talk much about yourself. Oh. I mean, that's definitely the big pull of this game, is we don't know anything about ourselves. And if I had to guess, that's going to be like the big reveal at the end, is like, we're something crazy. I'm going to look at these things, not that I expect them to change, but just to see if, get a key text or anything like that. Alright, let's talk to Glasspan. I know I've asked you these, I know you asked this one about Chinese. What about Nika? The guy with the bangs. He's a newbie like you. Yeah, he's a smart one, always thinking everything over. I was surprised when he tested to see if he could die right off the bat. Stabbed himself right in the neck with his pen. Whoa! You're free to try it for yourself to see what happens. It's gonna be one of these games, isn't it? What? I got a pen? I don't think it's such a great idea. I'll just ask him about it myself. Okay. That's the first item. Well, I guess we got the book too. So, what about Glasspan? Oh, wait a minute. They just already asked that. That's yourself there. Are you lonely? Well, what do you think? Of course I'm lonely. I think everyone here is, more or less. You're sure like being blunt about everything. Catching me off guard like that. What? Wait a minute, who's Latree? Who's Latree? So wait a minute, let me see. Are you lonely, and then who's Latree? It's really hard to tell with these backgrounds. But I'm... Oh gosh, why did it get quiet? Is it because I got the pen? Are you... Wait a minute, does it even have Are You Lonely? Are you the real deal? The king's really a woman? So maybe that they're, like, specific. So, like, I can't ask about Latree to anyone else because it doesn't matter to anyone else. What the heck is with this music? What are you afraid of? Is there any cake? Yeah, that's crazy. What is this music? Who's Latree? Chinese or the king probably mentioned her, huh? It's fine. It's not like it's a secret or anything. She was my friend. We came here, together. I thought as long as I was with her, eternity might not be so bad. Then one day, she just disappeared. It's not necessarily true to say that leaving Moon Palace is impossible. It's just not something that happens if you desire it, because what she desired was eternity. Okay. Already asked her about the cake. The king is really a woman! Yeah, I know. I've heard it before. Already asked about the outside, about the moon. How did you get here? I don't know if I've asked that one. Probably not too different from you. It was so long ago, my memory is a bit fuzzy. In the middle of the night, I went to a diner called Moon Palace with a friend I lived with. What did I order again? Anyways, we were just chatting and waiting for our food to come. It was taking a while, so I got up to make sure they got our order. That's when I noticed something was off about the place. So we explored around and met Chinese through the door. It seemed as though she understood our situation. She seemed uneasy, like she thought she'd always be alone. She never thought the others would show up. After that, well, a lot has happened since then. It's the same path you'll probably go down, so I won't say much about it. It's best not to spoil anything, right? Oh yeah, I'm still talking. Escape, soda fountain, favorite drink. Wait a minute. How'd you get here? How to escape? I don't know. But there is a way to disappear from here. I'm not sure if it's really escape. Or something else you just want to finish. I don't know. Happens, I think I already did this one. About the soda fountain, favorite drink, moon painting, creamer. Are you bored? I am bored. I lost interest in everything a long time ago. Looking for a way out of here was a good way to kill time, but I couldn't shake the feeling that it was impossible, so I grew sick of it and gave up. Well, if you change your perspective, the feeling of boredom might just be impatience you feel due to the finiteness of your life. But here at Eternal Diner, maybe we don't need to feel bored. I've decided to spend my own time aimlessly from now on. Okay. Let's chit-chat. Yeah, sure. Was what we were doing up to until now not chit-chat to you? Well then, I suppose I'll tell a story I share a lot. This happened before I came to Moon Palace. I would commute to work via subway. The trains weren't as crowded as they were in the city, but they were still decently crowded, so I would stand by the doors and stare blankly out at the windows while riding to work. It was a typical day like any other. The train stopped 3 stations from my stop. When the door next to me opened, that's when I saw it. On the platform underneath a bench, there was a golden beetle crawling around. I thought, what the heck? I don't know much about bugs, so I can't say if such a beetle actually exists, but I thought if it did exist, it probably wouldn't be around here. As I was pondering it, I really wanted to get off the train and check it out. But if I did that, I'd be too late for work. And so, while I was lost in my own thoughts, the doors closed and the train departed. I lost sight of the beetle. For a while after that, I couldn't get any work done. I couldn't come up with any ideas. My mind kept going back to the golden beetle. Though I had no particular reason for thinking so, somehow, I thought that the beetle could have been my way out. A way out. Not as in like hitting it rich or something simpler. I thought if I had only been that beetle, I could have been broken free of something. Well, that's the story. What'd you think? Obtain misplaced chit-chat. Oh my gosh, we're all so full. Noble chit-chat? It's nice we don't have to work or anything here. I guess that's just because there are no jobs here to begin with. Well, I kind of enjoyed my job. I feel like I'm missing out. It was tough work, but still, I might have mentioned before, but I designed vacuum cleaners. Have you ever stopped and thought about the vacuum cleaners you've used? That's something I liked about it. How I was sort of an unsung hero. The way I fit into the world without anyone taking notice. I was proud to be doing that kind of work. Now I have 14 ideas for vacuum cleaners in my head that I've refined after all this time. If I ever get back... No, we shouldn't get our hopes up. We won't get what we want that way. Okay. Trivial chit-chat. I've come to this place, and I've been given a body that I can never die. I've probably lived for hundreds of thousands of years by now. Yet, even now, I'm still scared of ghosts and the like. Why, some things will always be scary, I guess. I also don't like going near Chines's room. It's so dark over there. I feel as if something is going to pop out, so no telling me any scary stories, alright? So, let's go ahead and talk about your misplaced chit-chat. Once, a friend lent me a book she recommended I read. Can't remember the title, but it was some classic mystery novel. She says that the book apparently held an astounding truth that shocked the reader. She was so passionate about it, I gave it a read even though I don't read much. Astounding truth inside. It's still a classic mystery novel, so the plot's a pretty cliché. There's an old hotel, guests arrive, a murder happens, police rush into the scene. One of the guests just so happens to be a famous detective and starts looking into the case. Sounds familiar, right? Well, I guess it's because I'm not an avid reader, but I started to get bored. I skimmed the book while trying to guess what the twist was. Like, what if it turned out that the first-person narrator was the culprit? Or if the murder was actually a suicide? What if the killer turned out to be a man-eating parrot, and the setting was actually Mars, not Earth? That sort of stuff. I grew sort of worried. What if the real twist didn't meet my expectations? If a T-Rex showed up and killed everyone in the hotel, for example, that would be unexpected, but that's about it, right? I'd end up thinking, what a waste of my time reading this thing. So I didn't end up finishing it. I'm feeling fine now, never returning to my old life, but if I knew things would have ended up like this, I would have finished it and just let myself experience the disappointment. Okay. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go back to Chinese and the king, and I'm just going to get these other chit-chats out of the way before I get to Nika. So we've already done the double chit-chat, triple chit-chat, just misplaced chit-chat. I don't really know anything about fashion, but my friends tend to dress me up as if I was a doll, so I rarely wear the same outfit twice. But now, due to current situation, I've been wearing the same clothes this whole time. I'm still not used to it. Okay, let's go ahead, and you get to hear not only that, but you get to go to Trivial Chit-Chat. Before, my meals were prepared by a number of cooks. Once every few days, a small dish would often be presented alongside supper. I don't know the name of the dish, but it was simmered beans in a thick red sauce. It was warm, and I rather fancied its sweet, sour flavor. After supper one evening, I called the cooks over and inquired which of them it was to thank for the dish and how they made it. However, no one had the answer. Each cook claimed it was not them. It didn't seem that any of them was lying, nor did they have any reason to lie. Everyone was bewildered. There was no meaning in committing such an act if the person intent was not poison me. From then on after, the dish was never appeared at my table again. The cooks tried to recreate it, with no success. To this day, I wonder what that dish was. Okay. Misplaced chit-chat. You and the others are all welcome to come from the same... all the others all come from the same time period. What? How do you know that? I'm not the same in that regard. You all surely have a place to return to. I, however, am from a country that has faded into the history books. Even if we were able to leave this place, everyone I know would be dead. Perhaps that's why I've grown accustomed to my situation here. It's almost like a second life to me. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk to Nika. Oh, so much to talk to you about. Let's see here. Already asked about these. You stabbed your neck? Oh, I don't want to ask this. Glasspan must have brought it up. She told me it was impossible to die here. I could tell that in this sort of place, common sense would get me nowhere. Sanity and insanity are revised under these extraordinary circumstances, so I thought I should give it a shot, though I was scared. I tried to stab my neck with my pen, but when I did, my arm relaxed and stopped right whenever it got close. I tried putting some force into it, but it was no use. It's hard to put into words, but now I understand what she meant. It's not like we have healing powers or the ability to come back after dying or anything like that. Dying just isn't allowed. It's almost as if it's a rule. Or at least that's how I see it. I don't actually want to die, so I was rather relieved. Okay. Already asked about the cake. The king's really a woman? Really? Our Spike said that? I see. Well, if that's the case, it makes sense why the king doesn't have any descendants. If the king was pregnant, the truth would have been found out right away. But why would they go to such lengths? In a way, it's almost grotesque. This is a bit unrelated, but if the king is actually a woman, does that mean I'm the only man here? Wait a minute, am I not a man? I don't know who my character is. Maybe I'm overthinking it by looking at some sort of pattern. Just because it's unexpected doesn't necessarily mean it holds any sort of significance. So I must not be a man, okay. The outside, the moon, I know I've asked those. How did you get here? Now think about it. I haven't said anything about that, have I? It was midnight. I was at home reading. Without thinking, I looked out the window and noticed it was a full moon out. And I thought, on a moonlit night like tonight, I should go out to a diner. I'm not one to go out and eat very often. I looked up a place nearby that was still open and took a walk down there. It was called Moon Palace, just the same as this place. I ordered from the menu and waited. Before I knew it, I was here. You had a similar experience, I see. Okay. How to escape. Once again, I have no clue. We're trapped in this restaurant. But even if we were to escape, that wouldn't even be the end of it, would it? We'd still be stuck out there, in the darkness. Yes. What we need is a complete solution to this whole thing and take it out the root. I already asked this, didn't I? But it's easier said than done. Okay. Soda fountain, favorite drink, moon painting, creamer. Are you bored? Yeah. If I had to say, I am bored. The only thing I've gathered about our situation is that getting out of here won't be easy. There's not much else to do but have a drink and talk. Even then, I'm sure we'll get bored. I wonder if anyone would want to make a tabletop role-playing game together or something. You know, perhaps being stuck in an eternal library instead of a restaurant would have been better. I mean, like a normal library, with books written by, like, people, not with some gimmick, where all the books are randomly generated nonsense or whatever. Yeah, I'm bored. Let's chit-chat. Huh? I mean, I don't mind, but, well, shouldn't chit-chatting, happen more naturally? When someone says, let's have a chat, I feel like I should brace myself. Have you ever heard of a parallaxathena? It's when someone has a sort of depth blindness. For example, if you were to look out the window, if you were parallaxathetic, you wouldn't be able to tell which was closer, me or the moon. What's more surprising is that even if the two objects overlap, someone with the condition still couldn't tell me the relationship between them. It's not quite as well known as being unable to tell the difference between left or right, but it's a very strange condition. Actually, I just made that up. Do you believe me? I'm not good with small talk. What about... Oh, his chit-chat comes first. I wonder if he's like the first person you're supposed to talk to. We'll never run out of drinks or sugar here, right? Would it be possible to create something like electricity from those? If we were knowledgeable enough about science, we might be able to make something to get us out of here. Maybe it's impossible, but maybe we could build some sort of machine if given enough time, like a computer or something. But I guess there's no internet, so... I hope the next person to wonder is a genius scientist or something. Noble chit-chat? I don't have any memories from my childhood. Heck, I don't even have very many memories from days as a student either. I guess I've never reflected upon my past, So over time, I've just forgotten more and more. You could say I'm always looking forward, but it's not like I'm thinking about my future or anything like that. I can't even recall what it was like that I normally thought about. Nothing comes to mind. What about trivial chit-chat? It's nothing important, but a coworker once told me, even if the world was coming to an end tomorrow, you'd be the type of person you'd be the type to still brush your teeth. But wouldn't everyone? I don't think I would. Oh, is that really how you'd feel? I'd want to brush my teeth. Misplaced chit-chat. I'd like to leave this place, if that's possible to do so, but I'm starting to be okay with staying here forever. If escape truly isn't possible, I'm not even sure what I'd want to do if I got out. It's not like I have anyone special in my life to go back home to or anything. I haven't had any relatives since I was little. Even if I'm gone, I don't think anyone would really miss me. Not that it really bothers me. I just noticed that there's not much I'm attached to, nor is anyone else attached to me. That is all. I feel like I lived my life without getting very involved or anything. Like I was drifting on the ocean current my whole life, and I've just so happened to be beached at the Moon Palace. Now this is something interesting. I don't know about the history of this game or who wrote it, but you definitely see a lot of game designers are younger adults who are more introverted and haven't found kind of significant relationships, feel a little bit more lonely, and kind of express themselves through their art in that way. And I get the vibe that that's what's going on here, and I do feel sorry. You know, there is a lot more to life. I would like to ask the other... Ooh, it got quiet. I would like to ask the other residents the other chit-chat option. Why is it over here? Why did he not have one over there and she does? Are you bored? Let's chit-chat. Dreamy chit-chat, noble chit-chat, trivial chit-chat, misplaced. I think it was dreamy chit-chat that was his. Sometimes I think about if one who vanished from here wasn't Latree, but me instead. How would she feel? Would she be so sad? Or maybe somewhere in her heart, would she feel a little relieved? Would she feel how I do now? It doesn't matter though. And let me see, I just want to make sure with this extra one here. Yeah, this is the book one about the mystery novel. I'll shoot through this. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So I'm going to ask the Nika chit-chat with the other two people, and then we'll go back to our table. And I'm pretty sure the table is going to be where we progress the plot a bit. Okay, my goodness. Okay, so let's go ahead and, I think this is where Nika is. That's that song again. Why is there one more option for her, for Chalancy? What's her name? I'm so bad with name. Oh, that's Nika. Glasspan. I forget Glasspan. Dreamy chit-chat. If I was able to go back to Earth, I would like to stroll through the city. I have lived without venturing outside much. Cities are amazing with so many people. It's something unimaginable in my hometown. Everyone there knows each other. Okay. And we'll do the dreamy chit-chat. I might have gotten another chit-chat, but I think... No, I went back beforehand, so we'll do dreamy chit-chat. Becoming king wasn't something I desired. Since taking the throne, I had the same dream again and again. A dream which I was a farmer in a remote village. I would spend my days in the fields and my nights enjoying drinks of company of others at the local tavern. It was hard work, but as I was content with my day-to-day life. It's a childish dream, really. You see, nobody in my country would have been able to live such a peaceful life. Still, I can't shake the feeling that such lives exist somewhere in the world. Okay. Let's go back to our table. I've run out of things to talk about. I guess that's why everyone stays put where they are. Ah, that gives me another thing. Another thing! Desperate chit-chats, more chit-chats. I'm gonna save real fast. Alright. So, let's see here. So, I should have the pin here. Where's... Okay, spot the differences. The moon. Let's see, it's easier to say down here. Missing this fish. Let's see. Probably really obvious. So this one doesn't have a fin. There's two more, apparently. So the fish, the moon, the fin. I'm really distracted over here by this mouth. I know it's exactly the same. This eye is off. Let's see here. This is exactly the same. This is exactly the same. I feel like there's something that happens here in the, ocean. And is there something else that's just... Ugh, this is killing me. Well, I haven't said anything about this fish. I feel like there has to be something with this fish. I almost want to risk it and just click on that fish, but I don't see anything different yet. The lines here, it feels so slightly different. So if you look at this one, it feels like it's thinner at the bottom than what this one is. I'm gonna risk it. Yep, the tail's different. Okay. Oh, there's more of these? How many are there? There's 8 in here. Well, definitely the moon again. That's gonna be the freebie every time. One of these guys has to be off. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, this is so hard. This is definitely a weird line. This is fine. That's fine. Now I'm looking at all the lines. That's actually okay. I feel like one of these 3 guys is off. And they already showed us that it can be a small thing. I wonder if this is even required for what I'm doing. I feel like this fin is different. Oh, right here. I don't know where it is on the top one. I'm just going to point to it down here. There's an extra line here as well on the fin. This guy seems different, but he's not. Oh my gosh. He has more legs at the top. My goodness. Did they do the same kind of thing here? They wouldn't do legs twice up here. These guys, I'm so shocked that these guys, all 3 of them, look perfectly fine. 4 legs, how many do you have? 4 legs, 2 dotted eyes. Only 5 of 8. I feel I'm only like halfway there. Oh my gosh. I'm starting to get really stumped by this. I feel like something's missing right around here. I almost feel like this black ends sooner than this top one. I mean, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go with my controller, I'm going to go straight down, and it's the exact same point, so I'm crazy. And if you see it, I'm so sorry. You gotta be screaming. This line feels like it ends soon too, but I know that's not the case. You can just go perfectly parallel and it comes right up correctly. This fin is probably off. If you look... No! It's not. Even the shadow is fine. There's somehow 3 more in here. And I would think it'd be more obvious than what I'm looking at, where, like, the eye was obvious, and this down here is obvious. I feel like there's going to be something where there's an additional character or something on there. It's more obvious than the error. But the first one had the, if you look right here, this little tail that looks like almost identical, so there could be very minute differences here. So let me just follow this line here with the top one, and it looks really similar. And I've already done one line that's off, so I'm sure they probably wouldn't use that again. There's a little X there. It goes across. This comes here. This feels different right here, but it doesn't. In looking at them, they're not. Oh my gosh. Is there really? I'm gonna just guess pretty soon here just to see. So I'm gonna do wrong, and I'm just gonna say this guy. It's not even letting me. So there's no penalties for wrong guesses. How's he different? How's he different? This guy's not different. So I just was randomly clicking and it popped up saying, oh yeah, he's different. How's he different? Is it the back? Is it the tail? The eye? I don't see how he's different. I'm just gonna start clicking around. How's he different? Oh, that one I get. So this one's rounded and that one's pointed. So there should be one more. I'm just gonna randomly click around until I get something. Mashing the A button on this one. I'm gonna get a hit sometime. What? Oh, that nose. The nose. Oh my gosh. No. I'm done. I'm done. I could do the same thing where I just randomly click on it until I get different things. And then see if I can just progress through this and if this unlocks something. Man, this has got to be something here. That's what I say. Oh, I already got the nose. Oh, man, there's going to be something along this little line. One of these lines is not right. There we go. Maybe 2. Okay, perfect. Ooh. This is just one, and it's really obvious. The moon's eyes. Moon eyes. How do you pronounce this? Moon eyes' moon's eyes. Complete. What? Wait a minute, is this a story of some kind? So, like, the fish are on the sea here. The fish are looking at the moon. And it's just like, oh wait, it's getting closer. It's going into the fish. And then, like, what? This is the transition I don't get. So it's zooming into the fish. And then, like, this is the slide I don't get. So it's, like, zooming out of the fish. And now it's, like, its own universe. Okay, now I'm definitely clicking on everything to get this through. This is wrong. There's gonna be one of these that are wrong. Just randomly clicking since there's no punishment. I'm clicking on every little star because there's gonna be one star where it's not on the one than it is on the other. So yep, there it is. And let me see here. Earth formations. Man, there's 3 more of these things. Yep, down there. Yeah, there's definitely something here. Yeah, it's really hard to tell. Did I get the moon eye? Yeah, I did. Moon's always the freebie. Oh my gosh. This is definitely one. Come on, give it to me, give it to me. It's right here. I don't know how to... There we go. Okay. So what? Now it's like... The moon is... What's their obsession with the moon? I don't even know. I'm just kind of pointing to where I think there will be something wrong. I'm not even looking at the bottom, except for right there. Let me just start spamming it. Spamming it. I feel like this whole line is different. And I guess I was right. And one more thing. There we go. What? What in the world? The decision. Okay, this has some sort of lore. So, fish. And you can see with the fish, there's little tadpoles. And then you zoom into the fish, he's looking at the moon. And then the moon is like zooming out. And now a man is on it. And then like... Oh my gosh, what is this? What? They're doing some sort of science experiment with the fish. Let me see here. Definitely the eyes are wrong there. There's a fish over here. Let me start clicking down here some. Let's see. Okay. I'm so curious about what the next one is. Under formation. What? What? So they're doing some sort of science experiment on the fish? What in the world is this game? The mouse different. This triangle is different. There's got to be something going on with this that's different. Just gonna click all over it and see. We gotta have one of these boxes be different. Just clicking around all these. Okay, yeah, I got something there. Click around this line. There's not a whole lot to click on with this one. There's supposed to be 3 more. You know? Oh my gosh. Okay. Really boring. I guess I could talk about the plot of this game. It's very... it's hard to tell where this is going. Obviously, they're going to escape. I'm trying to figure out what kind of key items that we need so far. Like, we only have the pin. And I would like to use the pin on the poster because it was clearly making a note that something's just like needs to be finished with the other side of the poster. So that's where I'm curious about going to next. Dude, this one is way too... It's asking for something really, really specific. And I'm just not hovering over the exact pixel on it. It's being too demanding, I feel like. Although I really want to know where this picture goes. If need be, I'll cut ahead here. But let me see. I haven't tried this, the top black section, the bottom section. Okay. Okay, what? How's that different? Oh my gosh, what a minute little difference. And there's 2 more? There's 2 more. I'm going to click all around the lines. All around these lines. Come on, 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 come on. Okay. Man, Where is the difference here? See? It's just... I know it's one of these things. See, I knew it. Now, I've gone around the lines. I guess I need to go in the middle of these. And then I'll go in between these lines. Okay, time to go in between. If you see it and I'm just barely missing it, I feel really sorry. I'll actually look at it for just a moment. I feel like one of these little lines would be off. Let me check, like, the border of the fish. Go all around that. Even back here, I guess. And I already have one there for that, so it's probably not going to reuse it. What was that? How's this different? I don't get that, but okay, I'm so curious on what the next one is. What? What is this? Deformation. Is this going to turn into a person or something? There's one difference. What's the one difference? Is it the eye? It's not saying it's the eye. What in the world? Oh my gosh, this is giving me chills. There is no difference. It's saying it's the same thing. Did it change? Am I crazy? Did it just change colors? I'm so nervous this is gonna jump scare me right now. 270. Oh my gosh, this is actually freaking me out. So the fish isn't different. And that's the point. You can't click on anything on the fish and it's not gonna... Oh my gosh. What is happening? What is happening? Where's this crazy place gonna go? Where's this crazy game gonna go? Okay. It's got to be something with the tiles or something like that. Maybe the mouth. It can't be the fish. It's definitely thematically not the fish, because it's definitely wants you to know that the fish is the same. What is it gonna be that's wrong? Oh my gosh, I'm not even clicking anymore. The only thing I could think about maybe would be the background. But I'm trying to see. Clicking around the mouth, clicking around the eyes. I know it's not going to give me anything with the fish. The legs? No, the legs aren't wrong. Oh, this is creepy. This is one of those things that, like, it's hard even to describe it, but if you played a game, you know what I mean. Like, it's really different to play something and to watch somebody play it. And, like, the, like, you revealing the plot to yourself while you're playing. Like, it's like you're reading a story and you're going, oh my gosh, and this happens, and then this happens. It's so crazy. And it's just like this weird feeling I'm getting right now of, I'm going to try to click anywhere but the fish. What I hate is they've made some really obscure, is it the tail? It's not the price tag. Oh man. One thing wrong. The only thing I think of is this corner. Oh! Sorry, I'm so ready for a jump scare that I thought I got one. Number 92. I am number 92. I am number 92. A sailor of the Ark, or so I was. The ship that I was on, which had many people aboard, including number 92, and those who were not number 92, crashed. Number 92 was still mushy. Number 92 was on the fourth ship. The ship that was not on the fourth ship, that number 92 did not ride, is still far away. Earth is where it crashed, into the earth's sea and sand. Number 92 is still mushy, but also dizzy. Everyone is
panicking. The first number was written on the monitor. Number 92 is still mushy. Number 6 said, let's all form. Number 92 giggled happily, and at the very beginning it turned from mushy to a fish. I giggle. When the container breaks, everyone gets so sad, and I stop laughing. They connect to number 111's container to the formation machine. Number 11 entered the machine. Number 11 could not be the same fish. He became a flatfish worm. But no on the inside. He was still number 111. The fish and the flatfish worm are no different. Number 92. Oh my gosh, where is this? Number 92 can refrain. Number 92 has refrained for so long time. Number 6 said that the machine is broken and should stop. But number 111 said that though he was different, it was okay, that I was probably okay. And so number 6, it said that probably true. They started the machine again. Number 92 was so happy that I almost broke the container, but I was able to refrain. Number 92 can refrain. Number 92 has refrained for a long time. Number 92's container was connected to the machine and made a popping sound. When I saw that the whole leading machine, I was so happy when my body turns into a fish, but this whole time it felt like the best was so far, and I was worried that my whole body would glow with joy, but it probably didn't. It felt great. It felt good. But after I became a fish, I felt strange. Number 6 saw that number 92 was strange and said that they were okay. Number 92 feels strange, but though I thought it was fine, number 92 said it's fine, and it felt so good. I want to say that thank you for number 6. I said thank you. Number 6 shouted to number 111, what have we done? The damage to the machine was fatal. Number 111 said, become a flatfish worm. So he walked along the wall and came next to number 92. What the heck, where am I? Number 111 gently scratched number 92 with his hand and told number 92 not to kid around. He said that it was worried and looked so number 92 didn't want to make number 111 worry, so he said that he wasn't kidding. Number 92 didn't talk like that before, and before this first I knew he walked on forever. Number 92 seems to be talking about something meaningful, but I don't really understand anything about and number 92 and everyone not number 92. And it has no idea what number 92 is talking about, but everyone says a lot of things, but I don't think they really understand. This is going to jump scare me, isn't it? The meaning of why they're saying so much, I said is okay, so don't worry. I think number 92 made 111 so sad because of the tears flowing from 111's 2 eyes. Oh, 2 eyes, that was that fish. After that, number 6 said to me to stay put in the ship and talk to everyone, and so that's how number 92 lived. A lot of time passed, and on that day, number 6 came to number 92. Next to number 92, a lanky, funny-shaped creature. Number 92 said, you're funny-shaped. I've been seeing a lot of shapes, but this is the first time I've seen that shape. What is your name? The lanky creature said, this is what a human looks like, and their name is Klein. Number 92 didn't understand Lanky's name, but it started to end it, and so I called him Lanky. Lanky asked number 92 questions. They asked me all the obvious questions, like who are you, and who are you? Do you know where you were when you became like this? And can you remember yourself? Number 92 was a teeny tiny bit bored and didn't like it. I don't like that bad feeling. I say I want to become mushy again, become a fish and machine, and feel like really good to take away the bad feeling. But Lanky said, sorry, you can't do that. So number 92 felt very bad. So number 92 thought Lanky was making number 92 feels so bad. I would try to tell more to her anything, no matter what she said. Lanky didn't ask number 92 any more questions. No, number 92 asked what they would do. Lanky said that, are you what treat? But someday they will be out, and then you'll need to wait until the second moon at the Moon Palace with others of the same state. Number 92, that Lanky was saying the right thing. It wasn't until it felt so comfortable that I understood and that I was happy with what number 92 agreed to at the same. As soon as that happened, number 92, together with Lanky and number 6, boarded a small ship and landed on the moon. It's a beautiful moon with an ocean. Number 96 said sorry, and Lanky said goodbye. Number 92 said he didn't know which to reply to, number 6 or Lanky. So I said, I don't know. Holy shoot. I did my best to editor to correctly transcribe the message from number 92, who I visited on the moon comfort after they fell into irreversible state. Oh my gosh. Guys, if you made this game and you're watching me play this right now, what the heck? You know, I make a promise not to swear online. I don't like it, but what the heck, guys? What is this? What is this? I will say there was some brilliance in there, and it was hard. I was trying to read it. I'm not a great reader, and I'm sorry for butchering that. So there was like one line in all that was insanely clear. It's like it's throwing out all these things. It's all these random words, and it's like, and then I ran into a human, and I didn't want to become human anymore. So something's crazy is going on in that story. Is it possible? It says postscript. Can I see that again? I don't know if I want to see it again. Oh gosh, the silence is freaky. I'm scared. It's normally not this way, but I'm alone in my basement right now. I'm not feeling good. The dinks aren't helping. I'm genuinely scared at this point. I have to go back. I have to look it in the face. So, okay, fish. This is definitely like the ending is about the fish, and it's kind of telling the story. Something about, now the moon's on the moon, I think, but with like a guy on it. This is definitely what they were talking about. Some sort of transformation. The machine made them feel happy. And that's what this is about. And then they mentioned the two eyes in there. So you can read the script again. A sailor of the Ark, or so I was. The ship that I was on, which had many people on board, including, and those who were not, 92 crashed. Oh, man. I'm okay. Holy smokes. Does that give me... It doesn't give me any conversation. That's just a weird side thing. Oh my gosh. This game's gonna get creepy, isn't it? Okay. Let me go ahead. I think we have a couple more talking points. Let me see here. Chinese, we asked about the people. Are you the real deal? Soda fountain, favorite drinks, chit-chat, chit-chat, chit-chat. I have nothing to talk about. Desperate chit-chat. What the heck? So these are the two new ones. Let's go ahead and see. I have nothing to talk about. Haha, so you finally worn yourself out. Well then, allow me to tell you a story. There once was a duke in my kingdom who was unrivaled in his love for idle talk. He would frequently invite friends to supper and forbade them from returning home, rambling on until the following morning. His friends, at a loss for what to do, reached a certain solution. They would allow him to speak until he had nothing left to say. So they stumbled him to an estate on the lake shore and told him, "We've gathered here to listen to what you have to say, and we are prepared for the task. Speak to your heart's content, paying no mind to how much time has passed." Delighted, the Duke burst forth in one-sided conversation. He spoke day and night, while eating, while unwrithing, and eating even while sleeping. His friends listened patiently to his every word, and then, in the wee hours of the 6th day, shortly after the Duke spoke enthusiastically of the most delicious way to eat a small fowl, gesticulating how to grab the small bird by its feet and eat its whole head first, his face suddenly grew noticeably pale, and he slowly closed his mouth. Everyone stared at him in astonishment, And as they did, the Duke grabbed his head in both arms and gave a violent jerk. He killed himself right then and there? What is going on with this game? For what reason we don't know? There is no question the deceased, but his friends determined the reason to become he had nothing more to talk about. This is no tale. It's truly happened. There is not necessarily a lesson to be learned here. But perhaps you don't need to push yourself to speak at all times. After all, you do not need a conversation topic to spend time alongside someone else. And you do not need to spend time alongside others in the first place. A pearl of wisdom fitting of a king, if I do say so myself. Consider yourself lucky to have heard it. Put your hands on your head and then decapitate yourself? What the heck, game? Desperate chit-chat. Oh, I don't even want to know. What's the matter? Do you have a favorite movie? Movie? Oh, right, sorry. Forget I said anything. Is that some sort of form of amusement for people of your time? Yeah, it's like a moving picture with sound too. It tells a 1 to 2 hour long story. It's actually kind of hard to explain. It's like theater that's not done in real time. Well, like a story. Intriguing. I do like stories. I'm sure this movie you speak of is lovely. Ah, yes. What is your favorite movie? Me? Indigo Dream, maybe? It's about a detective who's asked by a talking watermelon to find what he calls an indigo dream. He never ends up finding it, but along the way he meets different people and grows close with them. I like that part. I see. It's nice to grow close with somebody. If I ever make it out of here, I will be sure to give this indigo dream a go. Thank you for telling me about it. Offensive chit-chat. Oh. It has been some time since you've arrived here at Moon Palace. Are you used to it now? Well, I guess I haven't fully accepted things. But maybe I'm getting used to it here, though I do have an exam. I see. This might not have been what you wanted, but I am glad to hear that. You are a strong one. You think so? That's the first time anyone's ever called me that. Really now, I think it's a rather fitting description. If that's not what they call you, then what do they call you? It's kind of awkward saying it to myself, but people call me weird, nosy. Huh, those are fitting descriptions as well. Okay. Okay, the chit-chats just keep going. Let's go ahead. Oh, yes. Our girl. I have nothing to talk about. I see. Well, if you really need something to do, could I please ask a favor of you? Don't give me another picture book, please. Obtained your request. Oh. Please hear me out. I want you to get a coffee for me. There's a machine out there that has an out of order sign on it. Do you see it? It's actually not broken, so I want you to use it to pour me a cup of coffee. You can just set it by my door. It would mean a lot. Okay. So we have an objective. I am not going to do that. I'm going to do all the chit-chats with everyone else. See what unlocks. Probably crisscross chit-chats. And then... Hey. What is it? Do you have a favorite food or anything? No. I'm not really good at eating. Oh. Offensive chit-chat. Is there anything you hate doing? I guess being asked to be creative. How can I explain it? I'm good at reaching goals to complete tasks, but I'm not really good at creating goals in the first place. Well, I'm sure you can equate creating goals with being creative. Oh, and one more thing. What's that? Sitting still. Oh, I see. Okay, so we'll get your coffee in a moment. Nothing different here. And let me see here. Glass pan. Let's go ahead. Misplaced chit-chat. Once a friend lent me a book she recommended I read. I can't remember the title, but it was some classic mystery novel. Oh, no. I've read this one 5 times. Oh, no, I'm in it. Talk about the T-Rex, come on. I like that, this game shows that you can make a game no matter who you are. You know what I mean? This has some things, but you can tell one person can make this. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to make video games if you want to make video games. You can make something like this and entertain some fool like me. Let's go. I'm sure you have. It's been a while since you've arrived. I've had that same thought many times, and I'm sure I will from here and on out. Oh, okay. But don't sweat it. Eventually, you'll forget all the conversations we've had. What? So we can talk about the same things over and over again, like it's all new. How do you know that if you forget it? Thank goodness. Desperate chit-chat. What about the request? Does this... desperate chit-chat. What's your favorite animal? My favorite animal? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen any living creature that wasn't a human for an absurd number of years now. Closest thing I've come to seeing one would have been the penguin picture on the penguin soda dispenser. Before, I might have answered a cat. If I were to see a cat now, though, I'm not sure I'd be able to feel the same way about it as before. I don't think I'd feel anything at all. Or perhaps I'd be so overwhelmed with emotion at seeing any animal that I'd bawl my eyes out. Okay, offensive chit-chat. That reminds me, do you want to escape this place and return home? If it's possible. I have an exam I can't miss. That's me, sorry. I see. But if you end up stuck here, you wouldn't be able to take exams in the first place. Would you still want to return then? Sorry, it's kind of an intrusive question. Well, that exam signifies something important to me. To me, there's meaning in taking it. Well, aren't you the model student? The epitome of perfection. Okay. Alright, Nika. Let's see here. I think we'll try misplaced chit-chat in case I haven't done it. I'd like to leave this place as soon as possible to do so. But I'm starting to be okay with staying here forever. Escape is not possible. Yeah, this is what I mentioned before. Yep. Sorry, I just really want to make sure I don't miss a key here. So I only have the few new... what if I look at the moon? Is it even the moon? Don't say that kind of stuff. I have nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about? Huh? You're here to talk about how there's nothing to talk about. Alright, our situation's unchanging, but nothing at the same time, so running out of things to talk about is unnatural. But talking isn't the only way to spend time with others. I'm sure I've said it before, but we should invite the others to play a tabletop RPG or something. They normally take forever, so this is a good place for one. Oh yeah, sure. You don't seem very enthused about the idea. If I push that again, maybe it will do something different. Okay, I'm happy because I don't want to have to, like, do conversations multiple times to get, dialogue keys. Desperate chit-chat. What's the matter? Oh, what's your favorite weather? Uh, my favorite weather? You really have run out of things to talk about, haven't you? If I were to give you a serious answer, I'd say I don't have a favorite type of weather. If I must choose, then maybe light snow and offensive chit-chat. It sucks we can't read any books here. Reading was pretty much my only hobby. If only I had something to do here. Did you have any hobbies before you came here? Hobbies? 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 Forget I asked. I guess some people don't have any. No, I'm certain I did have hobbies. At least, staring out the window at night sky while taking study breaks. Wow, that sounds like a good hobby. Thanks, I recommend you try it. Mars is pretty easy to spot. I'm probably reading into that too much. Does that mean they're from the moon? Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. That's kind of weird. Is it? I'll try it out sometime. That is, if I make it back. All I see here is the moon. Gloomy chit-chat? Why are you always the one to, unlock chit-chats? We have to gloomy chit-chat everyone now and then get coffee. Once a little warehouse that belonged to a co-worker's father burned down. She invited me to go see the aftermath with her one weekend. I haven't a clue why she did, but intrigued by the absurdity of it, I agreed to go. She drove. The warehouse was located on the edge of a desolate little town. It was completely destroyed. Though it had burned down a whole 2 weeks prior, the surrounding area still smelled of smoke. I didn't have much to do, so I was rummaging through the ruins with a stick. I came across a large, charred wooden plank. I flipped it over, and beneath it was a hard-covered children's book, good as new, buried in its spot. Thinking it odd, I picked up the book and took it over to my coworker to show her. She was standing by the car, and there she was with a bored look on her face, smoking a cigarette. That's when it hit me. I thought, she's a smoker? Our workplace had a non-smoking policy, so I never knew. That's it? Yep. Huh. Why are you such the giver of keys? Gloomy chit-chat. Oh, okay, drowsy chit-chat. What's wrong? Nothing particular, no need to worry about me. The ambience here at Moon Palace is filled with absent-mindedness. Absent-mindedness, I'm sorry, y'all. And lethargy. Don't you feel yourself fading away, less and less able to distinguish yourself from your surroundings? I guess that's what made me sigh unconsciously. So in other words, you were just staring off into space? Haha, yeah. Okay, no more keys, but now we gotta talk everyone else 2 more conversations. Glass pan, give me some of that gloomy chit-chat. Let me tell you about something odd that happened when I was a kid. My sister had a blue parakeet she was very fond of. I think its name was Hydrangea, because it was blue. One day my sister took him out of his cage. He flew out the window that had been left open. We put posters up around the neighborhood, like the ones you see for lost dogs. Then about a week later, a neighbor found Hydrangea. We thought it was the end of it. But the very next day, another person claimed that they found a parakeet. When he went to go check, that parakeet, too, looked exactly like Hydrangea. We couldn't tell which was the real one, so we ended up taking both home. But it didn't end there. 3 days later, we got a similar call. When we had 3 hydrangeas, they were all like clones of each other. In the end, we never knew which one was the real one, or maybe they were all the real hydrangea. I really hope it was just someone playing a trick on us. How terrifying it would be if that wasn't the case. Let's do drowsy chit-chat. You know, sometimes I sort of lose awareness of my surroundings, though it's not like I'm sleeping. When I'm listening to others, I'm nodding along and look like I'm listening intently. But when they're done talking, I realize that everything they said went in one ear and out the other. Even though realized that I was focused on my own thoughts for so long, I've already forgotten what it was about, what was that I was thinking about. Sleep isn't possible here at Moon Palace, but sometimes I feel like I lose consciousness. Well, the reason why I bring this up out of the blue is that the long time leading up to you and Nika arriving here, everyone just sat at their own seats and didn't interact with each other much. Like everyone was in a state of lowered awareness. Maybe we were all awake but not conscious. I guess I'm not making any sense. I'm not even sure what I want to say. Maybe I've fainted and just haven't realized it. Sorry, what am I going on about? Oh my gosh, I relate to that a little bit too much. I definitely get in trouble with my wife whenever I'm, not paying attention to a conversation like I should. It goes in one ear out the other. I'm so lost in my own thoughts. Let's go ahead and have some gloomy chit-chat. I find this room calming. It's small and there's no windows, but sometimes I get nervous. If I were to summon the courage to leave this room, and none of you were anywhere to be found, it would mean that your voices were all just hallucinations born from my fear. If that were the case, what would I need to fear next? Drowsy chit-chat. To be honest with you, I lived a dull life before coming here, not much different from how I live now. The redundancy of it all blurs time together. I guess that's why, even though I may cower in fear of our situation, I do not despair. I'm used to it. Okay, I'm going to have a talk for you for just a second. I feel like this is such a problem with modern age, and I feel like this is something that the creator of this game is going through. Again, I don't know, but we live in such a world that it's never been before, where technology is so increased, so awesome, and so convenient that, we've gone from 90% of workers being farmers out on the field to like less than 5%. Like a whole bunch of people are now doing all these convenient jobs, and life's a lot easier because of that. But I feel like that life's lost a lot of purpose for a lot of people because of that. And it's easy to shut yourself away. It's easy to shut yourself off from things. And if you're any person like that, don't be that way. There's just ways to get involved in your community. There's ways to get involved with work. Don't feel that way. I know it may be hard to like step out and do something. It's uncomfortable. I suffer from some form of Asperger's. I don't know what it is. And I know that anytime I'm in a social situation, I'm like, okay, how am I going to mess this up? Even right now, I'm thinking about how I'm messing this up in front of all you guys. Listen, it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be a failure. It's okay to have bad memories. You just don't have regrets. And you're going to regret being where you are. Get out there, do something, even if it's hard, and enjoy life. Don't suffer the pain of being alone. Don't suffer the pain of not having something to do. Let's go ahead and go back here. Glad the music kicked back up. Gloomy chit-chat. Contained with the royal castle walls were several hundred years' worth of grudges, conspiracy, hatred, and obsession, so naturally it was a fruitful source of supernatural tales. Gossip was a common pastime among several servants and soldiers as well. Tales about lady's maid who sobbed from within the walls, the king who walked the ceilings, the droplets that fell both down and up the stairwell. Countless stories of the sort existed. A rather interesting piece of gossip that I overheard was the so-called five-footed dance. When walking the north corridor late at night, you'd hear beautiful melody coming from somewhere. Supposedly, you'd hear something dancing, a peculiar rhythm to the tune. Whatever was doing the tapping, it was said to have 5 feet, and judging by the rhythm made, it was undeniably 5, or so said the soldier who was patrolling the corridor. It is not by a means a blood-curdling story, but I was rather pleased with the perspectiveness of the soldier who knew the rhythm of his 5 feet sounded. Yeah. Gloomy chit-chat. Oh, no, wait. Drowsy chit-chat. Before arriving here at Moon Palace, I was king whether I liked it or not. Though almost entirely a puppet, I was kept busy. Or perhaps I was kept busy because I was a puppet. I was perplexed when I first arrived here. Of course, part of what was due to the nature of the situation, but I didn't know what to do with myself. For a while, I consoled Glasspan, though she had been the one to arrive before me. Once calm, though, I found myself in possession of the absurd surplus of time. To be perfectly honest, I took more pleasure in that than my kingly duties. I spent my time pondering perplexed subjects, staring at the ceiling, that sort of stuff. Okay. Nice little bit of prose. I think we've done all the additional chats. Let's go to our table. Save, just in case. Alright. This thing, it's definitely nothing. Let's go ahead. Glasses. I guess I don't need a glass. Middle dispenser, right dispenser. If what Chinese says is correct, then it should be fine. I'm not so sure. Should I try pushing the coffee machine button? I've got a bad feeling about it. So, not yet, just because I want to see... Okay, there's nothing else. So, at this point, I've talked to everybody. I've gotten all my dialogue choices. This is definitely, like, okay, next scene, next thing, especially with the warning there. But at this point, I think I'm good to go. So, I'm gonna go ahead and push it. Alright. Let's give it a shot. Huh? What? What was that animation? It was so fluid for this game. Ah! I'm legit. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh, ah! Someone help! This is kind of getting me. Don't be a jump scare. What do I do? What do I do? You there. You didn't use that broken contraption, did you? It will continue like this for a while. What's with all this racket? Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe it's a joke. Oh, looks like you did what I did a long time ago. Don't sweat it. It'll stop eventually. You don't want to get soaked. You'd best move. It'll be hard to remove the substance from your shoes. Ahem. Are you listening? She's frozen in shock. There should be some towels by the register. Wait here a moment. What's everyone doing? Whoa, everything's drenched. Did you use the broken machine? I'm glad I could resist the temptation of using it myself. Hey, Nika, give me a hand here. Grab a towel and start wiping. Oh, right, sure. King, look after her. Ah, yes. A king is babysitting. That freaked me out. I knew it was broken. Was Chinese mistaken? I'll try asking her about it. Oh, I should also thank the others for helping me clean up. About the coffee incident, My notebook for studying. Okay. Just a little chill. It's okay. Why does this game have to be somewhat horror? I don't like horror at all, and it doesn't push the envelope basically at all. The coffee? Oh, you mean the drink dispenser fiasco. Do not fret, for similar incidents have occurred in the past. Glasspen, aware that the apparatus was indeed broken, tried to use it to commit suicide. You see, she thought if she pressed the button enough times the room would flood and we'd all drown. Quite the nuisance, if you ask me. There was black liquid all the way up to our backsides. We would have floated until liquid disappeared somewhere. Glasspen found that nothing happened despite not being able to breathe, so she abandoned her plans. Wow, that's depressing. Not you. I'll come back to you. What's with this music? About the coffee incident. It's alright. Don't think about it. I've done it myself. More times, too. I guess that's not much consolation. You might still feel bad, but everyone here has messed up in one way or another. Especially me. And since we'll be together for a long time, we have to help each other out. It will be rough spending eternity with people you didn't get along with, don't you think? Okay. About the coffee incident. That was a disaster. Even with the out of order sign on the machine, you wanted to see what it would happen, right? Didn't you? Oh, I'm wrong? Jeunesse asked you to do it? I see. As a veteran of the place, you would think she would know what happens when you push that button. I wonder why she asked then. To draw attention? It's probably best if you asked her yourself. Okay, so I'll in addition ask her... What? It doesn't seem like anyone's in there. The door is open? Wait a minute. I'm gonna take a look at this. Okay, that's just nothing. Okay. Jeunesse, I'm coming in. She's not here. Where'd she go? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's too much stuff here. There's too much stuff here. Okay, first off, book. A hardcover novel. According to the synopsis, it's about a couple who run a lighthouse and encounter a cunning beast. Okay. What about this? There's something underneath the cushion. Contingency plan. This is some sort of document. A long document. I think I'll leave it at my table for now. Maybe I can get someone else to have a look at it. Read this document for me. Oh! Okay. It's not getting too crazy yet. This is just giving me more keys to talk to people with. Meter? Some kind of meter? It isn't moving? It looks like it's pointing to a high number. Okay. Information about the meter. What is this? Okay, I don't want to mess around with buttons. I don't want to do some accidental in-game stuff. Obviously you enter a key there to break past it, but we're going to have to talk to some people. Document. Whoa! Okay. Y'all, I'm going to do this. I'll probably timestamp this if you don't want to see all of this, but I want to read this document. This document was written to inform caretakers how to properly handle drifters. Due to shortcomings in the current system, drifters may appear. Caretakers are therefore required to read this document. 1. Procedure when in the form stage. Wait a minute, is this about the fish stuff? During the form stage, being seen by drifters is not a violation of the law. We recommend you act as a drifter yourself during interactions. Once you have gained their trust, look for the opportune time to perform the procedure and send the drifters back. Please be aware that any act of violence, excluding necessary procedures, is a violation of the law. Furthermore, if you determine that the use of the kitchen is too risky, Please send a telegram to headquarters and wait for personnel to be teleported. Teleported? It may take some time, but it is the most reliable method. Stop. Okay, so it seems like Chinese is some sort of internal help for this place. And they can't hurt people, and they have some sort of teleportation, which teleportation makes a lot more sense, except for the fact that people have been here for thousands of years, or like a really long time. But that makes sense with the king, because like she's erased from history. So yeah, they got something going on with that. Number 2, procedure when in the non-form stage. During the non-form stage, top priority must be given to hiding from drifters' sight, as it is extremely likely to be deemed a violation of the law. Once the presence of a drifter has been confirmed, enter the staff room and lock the door. Next, send a telegram to headquarters and wait for personnel to be teleported. If the drifter becomes aware of your presence, do not respond. All other methods are highly dangerous. Do not attempt to resolve the situation yourself. What the heck is this thing? I don't even understand. I don't know. It definitely seems like these are instructions for Chinese. And if that's the case, she shouldn't have been talking to us. She shouldn't have been talking to anybody. Procedure when equipment is underneath maintenance. Rescue cannot be called during maintenance periods. When in the form stage, please conduct the procedures outlined in number 1 above and send drifters back. When in the non-form stage, give top priority to hiding from the drifter's sight and attempt to form? I gotta process that line one more time. When in the non-form stage, give top priority to hiding from drifter's sight and attempt to form. That might be just translation. I probably just need to read the next sentence. But that almost is like, are they transforming? Is Chinese able to transform? You can wait for maintenance to be completed and then send a telegram to request personnel to come. But this will take extremely long amount of time. In case 11, the caretaker at the time, number 14, fell into an irreversible mental state while waiting for the staff room for the maintenance period to end and is still still in detainment as of the writing of this document. Therefore, we recommend you form even if it may result form. So it's using that word again. We recommend you form even if it may result in a violation of the law. In case 63, the caretaker number 46 took action from which resulted in a violation of the law, but they were pardoned by the executioner. What? Whoever wrote this thought this thing out. Operating the gate. In many cases, the caretaker does not know how to open and close the gate. During normal times, attempting all combinations is acceptable, but in emergency situations, swift action is of the utmost importance. The procedures for opening and closing the gate are as follows. 1. Check machine 1 to confirm its 3 numbers. The numbers menu items and their positions change periodically. Please check the machine 1 every time. Push left, right, and middle buttons in that order. The corresponding number of times confirmed in step 1. What? And in step 5, where's no steps 3 and 4? What to do with this document in emergency? In an emergency, please dispose of this document so that it cannot be seen. It will be reissued at a later time. Klein. Oh gosh, I should know this. Klein, I've read Klein. I think that was something to do with, like, the fish. Oh my gosh. So it's like a moonfish society. Reflecting in the eyes. Let me go back here. Can I skip this?
I'm not going to go back to it. I think that was Klein was one of the people in charge of that. Okay. I'm gonna be okay. Okay. So we gotta talk to people again. We have at least one less person to talk to if that makes things better. Let me see here. I'm trying to find the new dialogue choice. Shiness is gone is the new one. And read this document for me. Okay. So, Shiness is gone. Oh my. Either she's hiding or she's disappeared. Disappearances have occurred before. I doubt she would have a reason to hide. But it's too early to come to any conclusions. If there's a way to make oneself disappear, I'd certainly like to be made aware of it. Okay. Read this document for me. This was in Shiness's room? Well now, I see. Klein? No. It couldn't be. I'll give this back to you. Ah! Okay. So before I give you the document, let me go ahead and tell you that Shiness is gone. I see. She's gone too, huh? It'll be a little lonelier without her. Read this document for me. This was in Shiness's room? This isn't written by hand, it's been printed, but there's no printer here. I suppose you could harden and carve sugar to make a rudimentary printing process. Let's give it a read. What is this? Shiness knew about this the whole time and never told us about it? But why? I don't want to distrust her, but, well, my confusion about all of this only seems to grow. Okay, Mr. Keygiver. First off, Shiness is gone. Shiness is gone, you say? How do you even know? Her room was unlocked and nobody was in there when I looked inside. Oh, it's possible there's some sort of special mechanism in that room. If not, then that means Shiness must have left, or at least tried to leave her room before disappearing. She's never left that room until now. I feel like something's going on here. Read this document for me. You found this under the cushion in Shiness's room? That's not particularly a great hiding spot. Well, anyways, let's have a look. We have no way of knowing if what is in here is real or not, but let's just assume that's the case. We could interpret what's written here like this. Moon Palace is some sort of facility made by humans, or human-like forms. We only... Oh, don't say that, because it means it might be the fish people if it's human-like life forms. We only ended up here by accident. Sounds like the caretaker would have kicked us out immediately under normal circumstances, but for whatever reason, it isn't possible for them to do so, or the caretaker is gone. At least that's how I'm reading this. It's possible that Shiness is the caretaker. But if that's the case, I'm curious why she hasn't disposed of the document. It's all just conjecture at this point, though. Well, if what it says about getting the gate to open is correct, then everything becomes more credible. How to open the gate. Okay, let's just go back to you. Mr. Keygiver, how do we open the gate? Again, this is just a guess, but Machine 1 in here may be the soda fountain we use all the time. The number of items on the machine is 2, 4, and 1 from left to right. Does that mean we need to push the left button twice, the right button once, and the middle button 4 times, in that order? Honestly, I don't want this to be correct. If this is an artificial space, then operating this gate goes against the sophistication of my technology. It'd be too easy. Like we're being made to complete a puzzle made by a child.
I'm not gonna do the buttons yet, but I think you just gave me the key for the buttons. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to back out. Don't go silent on me again, music. I don't like it when you go silent. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the thing that he gave me? Read this document. Chiness is gone. Desperate chit-chat. Offensive chit-chat. Gloomy, dreamy. Was that really just him? Is that, like, special dialogue that only he has? Yeah, these 3 dots. How to open the gate. Yeah, it looks like that is it. So, let's go ahead, just double check. Yes. So, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly go over this one more time. I didn't write it down. I don't want to write it down. 2, 4, and 1, left to right. Does that mean left button twice, right button once, and the middle button 4 times? Goodness. I might actually write this down. Hold on one second. Okay. Yeah, let me go ahead and read it one more time. Two, 4, 1. Left 2. Right. Well, right would be okay. Right 1, and middle 4. Okay, so we got. He said them. This is half the key right here. Sorry, I was closing my pen there. This is half the key, so we know how many times to push the buttons. We know how many times to push each button, but we don't know the order to push each button. But it was written in the document. So I'm going to go back to that document and go over here. Check the machine 1 to confirm the 3 numbers. So that's actually what Nika did for us. Please check the machine 1 every time. So I'll actually double check the machine just to make sure that's what it is. Push left, right, and middle buttons. I got it written down different in my stuff. So he actually said it in the correct order as well. Yeah, these don't even have buttons. But it's left 2, middle 4, right 1. Okay. Let's save. Alright. Okay. So, left 2, right 1, middle 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, I messed it up, didn't I? Let's enjoy the diner. Let's enjoy the diner. Wait, the kitchen? There was room like this back here? This is a fridge? Oh my gosh, I'm getting chills. The fridge? Please, just be food. Oh gosh. Do not. Oh gosh, I'm seriously got goosebumps, y'all. Here goes nothing. Do not be her dead body. No, not black. Whoa. More black liquid. The whole floor is covered in it. Is the black liquid like dead people? Let's get this thing open. No! She's not dead. A person? It's Chiness, I think. Who is that? Isn't Chiness, is it? Huh? 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 What? What are you doing here? You're Chiness, aren't you? This was all just an accident. That's right. I left my room and saw a pathway I'd never seen before. It led me to this room with a fridge. I thought I'd peek inside, and I slipped, and I fell in by mistake. Thanks to you, though, I'm saved. Hey, are you okay? Oh. Yeah, I'm fine. I've been far too suspicious, haven't I? I've always been like this. Even though I try my hardest, I always screw things up. It's pathetic, really. I hate myself. I can't say much, but please believe me. I'm just scared. I can't tell you the truth, but I at least won't trick you again. I'm sorry. I probably caused a lot of trouble for everyone. I'll go apologize. I'm sorry. Won't open. Chalk out the strawberry desserts, limited time only. That's creepy. Alright, let's go to the corner. It's Chinese. Hi there. I've left that old room, huh? As a way to let you know that I won't pull any more tricks, feel free to use the room however you like. Is there any cake? No. Is there any creamer? There isn't any. Probably. Glassman used the last of it a long time ago. Is the machine was broken? I knew about that. I'm sorry. About the coffee incident. Yes, about that. I did a really terrible thing. I'm so sorry for being deceitful. I was desperate to distract everyone. Oh, the meter's on here. But anyways, read this document for me. Oh, where did you get that? I found it in your room. I see. Interpret it how you like. About the meter. You mean the one in my room? I'm not really supposed to talk about it. Though I feel I also have a responsibility to say something. I can't go into much detail, but it displays the time remaining. Once it hits the bottom, it will end. What will? I am... things. What? Oh, I already asked what the meter, what the meter means. It measures the time left. All this is a waiting game until it reaches the bottom. It's probably not necessary, not exactly reassuring to hear, but this state is not eternal. No matter how long it takes, it won't be an eternity. Once past, even a millennia seems like a blink of an eye. Whoa! Okay. Go back to my table. Nothing new here. I'll save. Alright. Soda Fountain, King's Table. Only thing we're talking about is what the meter means. You heard about this from Chines? I see. It's quite long. If it's going to reach the bottom, you would like it to be quick about it. I have confidence in your curiosity and have something I wish to entrust you with. Come talk to me about it if you'd like. What do you want me to entrust me with? I haven't spoken to anyone else about this yet, but just before I arrived here in the Moon Palace, I received something from someone. She said to me, when you find someone you can trust, give them this. You yourself never looked inside. I don't know the reason, however, considering it was her final wish, I was contemplating a suitable candidate. You are a trustworthy individual. Among the residents of the Moon Palace, you are the most sincere and wholesome. Therefore, I shall trust you with this. The king gave me a box with the combination lock. I'll leave it at my table for now. I do not even know how to open it, so I leave everything to you. Now I've done my duty. Moon Palace is open 24/7. What is with that? What's this above a Moon Palace? A diner for the whole family. Entrance? Yeah, I'm kind of scared to go to the entrance. It won't open. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk to Glasspin. Whoa, the meter isn't even an option? This is all stuff we've talked to her about before. Okay. I'm feeling creeped out, but I'm gonna go to her room. Wow. Yeah, that meter actually has a whole lot of time left. Box. This is the king's box. Looks like it needs a 16-digit password. What's the password? I have no idea. I wonder if anyone else would know. Password to the box. Let's ask Janess. A box? I didn't know anything about that. But if you check every possible combination, you'll open it eventually. Perhaps that's how it's designed to be opened, as there is no keyhole, card reader, or fingerprint scanner. You're just trying to distract me. I haven't the slightest idea either. The person who gave it to me said nothing about how to open it. Maybe she didn't know either. Well, of course you wouldn't know. I forgot that you gave it to me. Wait a minute. There seems like there's an open... No, that's just the kitchen. I was thinking there might have been a new spot here. Use your loyalty card to earn a free 3-day trip. What is with this game? You got that from the king? He doesn't know how to open it either? Why don't you just smash it? That might also destroy what's inside. I suppose that's true. But if the content of the box is from Moon Palace, it might be indestructible, like furniture and everything else in here. Oh, but I guess that would mean the box is indestructible too. Looks like you're out of luck. Alright, Nika, tell me what it is. The 16-digit password, huh? Any clue about where to start? No idea. 16 digits is a lot. I don't think it's realistic to brute force it by trying all possible combinations, but like anything happens here is realistic, so maybe we should be logical about it, given the circumstances. Maybe brute forcing it is what you're supposed to do. What? What? So I'm gonna waste my whole life here just doing... Gosh, how many numbers is that? What? There's not even numbers? There's all these different symbols? Okay, so, yeah, when I looked at it, it looks like just, you just have to mash through it until it, pops up with a solution. Like, I was thinking that the fish might have some sort of solution, but that's actually not the case. So, I'm just gonna do some crazy stuff. See if any of this... There we go. Should I try all possible combinations to open the lock? It'd probably take a tremendous amount of time. I'm ready. Alright, here I go. Oh my gosh, really? Password match. Lock disengaged. Huh? Ah! Ugh! Ah ha 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 ha! Ah ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! It opened. How long has it been? I was so focused. I wonder if everyone else is still here. What's this in the box? Obtained. It's been a while. It's a golden straw. All this work for this? I guess I'll try drinking with it. Engraving. With the straw, drink the tears of the moon. Like from the soda fountain. Okay, before I do that, I'm gonna, of course, talk to everybody. It's been a while. It has. I've been watching from here this whole time. You were so focused, I was afraid to bother you. I'm glad you got it open. It truly has been a long while, though I have seen you in the literal sense. I commend you on successfully opening the box. Do as you like with its contents. That's right, it has. It's been ages. Almost too long for words, really. You've been here long enough to know you're a proper resident like the rest of us. When the next guy comes around, you can show them the ropes. Acting like a hardened veteran is a good way to kill time. You're right. How long has it been? If the combination was 16 digits, then it must have been a few 100,000 years or so. A long time no see. Honestly, I thought if I spent this much time here, I would have gone mad. But I'm actually doing rather well. Maybe because I'm not alone. So, not much has changed for me or the others. You, on the other hand, well, you might have gone mad after solving that box. So, let's go ahead and go here. And let's see, Moon Tears. I'm gonna go to my table. I'm gonna save my game. Alright, and I'm gonna drink my Moon Tears by myself. I feel sleepy. Well, I'm beat. The moon is really nice tonight. The moon like this, I think I'll go to a diner. No! It's pretty cold out. Quiet, too. Moon Palace. I've heard the name somewhere before. I didn't know there was a place like this around here open this late. Welcome. We've been waiting for you. Your friend is already here. Right this way, please. My friend? There must be some mistake. I'm here alone. Yes, but I've been waiting an awfully long time for you. Right this way, please. What? Right this way. Please have a seat. Outside? Who are you? It looks like you've been waiting for me, but try to remember. How did you get here? Well, I was studying for my test and, well, thought I'd go to a diner for a break. But before that, before you were studying, what were you doing? Before that? What was I doing? Try to remember. I'm sure you can. Huh? Well, I drank moon tears with the golden straw and then... What happened to me? You're aware now. I am Klein. More precisely, I am a database replica of Klein. At any rate, I'm glad we're able to meet. I can finally fulfill my promise. Wait, back up a sec. I want to know what exactly is going on. Excuse me. We'll take things at your pace. You need a topic for conversation, don't you? Let's see. Alright. Here we go. Have this one too. Alright, you should be ready to go now. Please take your time. After all, we have plenty of that. Who are you? I am number 68. Oh, the fish people turned real. Klein's a fish person. Of the moon. Moon! Moon, that's why Mars is so easy to see. Oh my gosh, out the window. I'm stretching that line. Klein. I was once a technician here. Currently, my real body is on the moon of exile. Oh. Is there anything else that you could add? Like, about what number 68 of the moon or moon of exile means, or any details at all? Actually do not know much about Klein. I am merely a replica created from the information contained within a straw. Oh, all of my information has been selected by Klein. I do not possess memories that are deemed unnecessary. But rest assured, that means that I do not need to know a lot of information I am unaware of. What's the situation? To put it simply, you're having a dream of sorts. As a result of using the straw and the moon tears, the information within the straw is able to replicate Klein inside of your brain. That is how we're able to speak like this. It's almost like having a split personality and being able to talk to the other half. Should I be scared? Am I going to be here with you forever now? Please do not worry. The half-life of moon tears is around 30 minutes. Afterwards, you'll simply use the straw again to return here. What's your intention? I only wish to fulfill the promise made to the king. That is why I called you here. The king? I am certain you know who I am talking about. Railroad Sprite. That's the name of the king. Many lunar devices hide in plain sight, disguised as common objects used by humans. The straw you obtained is one of them. And I was the one who created it. By itself, the straw does nothing. However, if used in the combination with any of its drinks in the Moon Palace, it has various effects. It was originally intended to pass into the hands of the executioner. However, now you have it. I'm sure it's Klein's plan. Your promise? I made a promise to the king to grant him a peaceful and an ordinary life. That's quite an ambitious and difficult goal. However, with the lunar technology, it is possible. Klein's plan is already halfway completed, and I would like to request that you fulfill the remaining half. It's a simple process. First, you must use the soda fountain and straw to generate a restoration pills and tokens. Then give one of the pills to the king. With that, he will lose his memory and will be able to live as a normal human being. The king trusted you enough to hand you the box. Surely he will consent to a request from you, no questions asked. Afterwards, give a token to the caretaker of Moon Palace. And then, my promise to the king will be fulfilled. And you will all be able to return to Earth. So please, do this for me. The executioner? The executioner is the one who judges and executes sentences. Only one of us is chosen for the role, the one determined to be the most truthful and responsible. Your relation to the king? I do not remember. It should be important information, but all memories involved in my relationship with the king are gone. This is only conjecture, but Klein may have considered her feelings for the king to be a hindrance to her accomplishing her mission. The straw's function. The straw's effects can be seen when combined with the drinks. However, some drinks have no effects. The 3 effects I can remember the straws having are storing and displaying information. That's what is happening right now, generating restoration pills, as well as generating tokens. I believe other effects exist, but information does not appear to be in my memory. Perhaps there is some that interfered with other people's minds. Also, I do not remember which beverage has which effect. So please, try it out for yourself. There shouldn't be anything too exceedingly dangerous. Restoration pill? It was originally created to treat those who have fallen to the irreversible mental state. However, it didn't work. But eventually, we learned that it had some other effects on ourselves as inhumans. Once taken, the user's memories are erased and replaced with new ones. The new memories vary by individual, however, they're typical human memories. That's to say, the user becomes a different person. Here's where it gets interesting. Although the user has the memories of someone who never existed, they are able to easily integrate into human society. Normally one would struggle with the discrepancy between false memories and reality. However, the pill subtly alters the world to align with the new memories and maintain consistency. That's amazing! The technology isn't quite as advanced as you think. Though I phrased it as altering the world, in actuality, it simply involves some slight meddling with the minds of many humans. That's still amazing. I suppose to humans it would be. Anyways, I'll continue. That's just the first effect of the pill, as taking it again will restore the person's memories. So, it can be taken again as a failsafe in the event of accidental ingestion. There are no effects of all beyond the 2 ingredients. That is to say, it can only be used to erase a person's memory once. Please take care when using it. Tokens? Tokens are required to use certain lunar devices. These devices use this as sort of currency or power source, if you will. And there are devices at Moon Palace too that require them. One of which is the teleporter. You will need it to be teleported back to Earth. Normally there are tokens at Moon Palace at all times, though at the moment they seem to be depleted. That might make sense why Janice is so distraught, like she can't do anything about her situation. She has no moon tokens to get out of there, no way to teleport. She's just like trapped and breaking all the rules. About Moon Palace, it is one of the facilities we use. It has many uses. As it currently undergoing maintenance, most of us will not visit. I have no further information on the subject. Who is us? Did I say us? You did. We are those who belong to the moon. There are 113 of us. That appears to be the limit of my memory on the subject. Caretaker? The caretaker is stationed at Moon Palace to take care of teleportations and other operations. No matter the circumstance, Moon Palace is always to have one. Always. I would guess that they have taken human form just as I have now. Therefore, there would be no clear way to distinguish them from the others. It's Chinese. A good caretaker would never be obvious. If you're not certain about who the caretaker is, then I would suggest you give tokens to everyone. As long as they have a token, the caretaker can use the teleporter. Oh my gosh, I think we've talked about everything. What? I'm just gonna wake up from that? Alright. Let's try the Primordial Soup with the straw. It's almost like I can see someone, but they blur with the surroundings and fade away. Maybe I should get closer to them, whoever they are. Let's do glass syrup. One of these got to give tokens. Pretty good. Penguin soda. So carbonated. I don't think anything happened. Silver water. I think I'm gonna hurl. Ugh, belch. Ugh. Blah. Ugh. Blah. It feels awful. What? A pill? I don't remember taking this. Did I generate this? Can I generate more pills, or is that just one pill? I think I'm gonna hurl. R.L. Belch. Gah. Blah. A pill? Yeah, this is nasty. These things just keep coming. I want to give everybody a pill. I don't want to give just the king a pill. I'm gonna do king last. Silver water. Oh, this is getting interesting. You're giving me some freedom here. I think I'm gonna hurl belch blah barg. So I need 5 to rescue everyone here, including myself. So I got 3. I'm gonna do 2 more. Oh, they have a shortcut for it. I think I'm gonna hurl. Same thing. I'm probably being ridiculous. It probably doesn't matter that I get 5 of these. But, I don't know. That's what I want to do. And I'm gonna give the king the last one, then me. And just leave this place. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I don't want to leave this place. I'm definitely gonna give people tokens first. So we tried the Primordial Soup. We know what Moon Tears does. Apple juice? That's the only one that I could think of that would, man. Well, I can't... I know that Moon Tears is just gonna send me back to talk to Klein again. But nothing else. I need the tokens. How do I get the tokens? I don't want to get soaked again. Why did I do that? Black booze? Maybe I haven't tried black booze. Something's happening. Ugh, blah, blah. Blah, belch. What's the token look like? Oh, the token is creamer. Oh my gosh. Oh, the girl, I can't remember her name, Glasgow, or whatever her name is. She used all the creamer. So she might actually be, like, the person who's in charge of it. I'm gonna give everyone but freaking her the creamer. Oh, but then again, Chanice is the one that, like... Oh, and there's this, she likes the black booze, too. Oh, they all mentioned the drinks that they like that does something. Okay. She might be the person to take care of, because it says... To me, I think it would be Chanice, because that's obvious. You know, she's got the manual and all this stuff. But, actually, it might be her, the girl. Oh, my gosh. And I know I'm overdoing this, but I just want to see what happens. I'm not gonna give her the freaking creamer. I'm not gonna see what she does with that. She's gonna teleport herself out here. You'd be like, bye. I gotta save before this, because I think that teleporting and this, like, leaving the Matrix are 2 separate endings. Man, this is getting trippy. This game is getting weird. Okay, I'm gonna save real fast. Let's see if we can get to a couple of different endings. Okay. First off, girl. Shanice. Give creamer. There may not be going back on this one. We're gonna do teleport ending. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna do teleport ending, and then we'll do leave the Matrix ending, or stay in the Matrix ending, however you want to look at it. Well, Thank you. Really, I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused. Goodbye. Now allow me to perform the final procedure. Final procedure? What? What in the world? She's a fish! A floating ball? What in the world, game? Excuse me? Huh? Are you alright? Huh? Oh, I guess. Dozed off. I'm sorry, I'm fine. Is it all just a dream? It's so late out. I better head home. Okay. Teleportation permitted. That's it, isn't it? Oh, no, thank goodness. What is this? I'm loving this. Good work out there, Chinese. I heard about everything. Seems like you've been through a lot. But she broke the rules. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. Everything worked out, didn't it? You did well in the face of unprecedented circumstances. Thanks. Oh, damn. There's just no end to this. Lateri? What was that, Glasspan? Huh? What did I say? You said Lateri or something. I did? You definitely did. Is that someone's name? Not that I know of. I was just spacing out. I don't think it means much. Ha ha ha. Well, you should cut it out. It's a little freaky. This is such a boring book. It's so redundant. I suppose the author thought this was a shocking twist. Well, even so, I'll read the whole thing. I don't have anything else to do anyways. I should get some sleep. Huh. I was a bit worried about living in the future, but it seems everything worked out now somehow. Is that Chesspan? Everything is quiet. A bit cheaper here than the grocer by the station. Okay. So that's the creamer ending. So I did not need to make 5 of them. I just needed to make one, and it's just gonna give everyone some sort of ending. Oh, that last girl was the king. Oh, the 3 moon sages fish, moon mascot, Charles Carr, Caitlin Kojima. I will tag you in this when I post this. Seriously, thank you. Your work translating this was something else. And hardly any flaws. Really well done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This one's a little bit more obscure, and I really had to dig for it. So you have to get the Primordial Soup, and whenever you drink it, it does nothing. It's almost like I can see someone, but the blur in the surroundings fade away. Maybe I should get closer to them, whoever they are. So let's go ahead and grab this, and then we'll go over here to the king's table, and let's just drink it in front of Spike. I think I see something. A door. Please, open up. Who is it? What brings you to the archives at this hour? Oh my. King Arspike. What may I do for your majesty? Is Renade the archivist, present? Master Renade passes away 7 years ago from the plague. I am Klein, the one who currently is managing this archive. Oh, is that so? Well then, I have something to request of you. I've grown tired from my mountain of work, so I've simply come to read. I understand. Certainly, Your Majesty. Also, I do not wish to make a big fuss, but could you not be so formal? I have no desire to be king here. I just want to be treated as any other visitor. Of course. But please, at least allow me to address you as my king. It feels rude otherwise. Thank you. Well, if I'm to treat you like just anyone else, then I would be kicking you out of this hour. Oh, I'm only joking. Here, come this way. Oh, this place has changed a lot in 10 years. Do you have any stories you'd recommend? It's been a while since I read a book, so I prefer some light reading. If that's the case, how's this? It's about a land where people turn into sand in old age. And that's light reading? I've been curious. How did you get here? Certainly there are many guards patrolling the castle, aren't there? I escaped from my bedroom window out into the courtyard. From there, I just walk along the roof. That's too dangerous. What if you fell? It's only means of gaining a little bit of freedom. What other choice do I have? Do be careful. So, did you enjoy P. Caroline's Earthen Dream? I did. Or rather, I did until the mud monster appeared. Really? But I thought that was the part of the author wished to depict the most. Perhaps. But the monster was to blame for destroying the village and people's way of life. I took pleasure in the depiction of their lives in the first half of the book. How idyllic it was. How about a more peaceful book next? And so, the lady, having abandoned everything at long last, cast her silver sword into the fountain, and disappeared into the depths of the forest. Her once grand ambition realized only in part. I see. And then what happened next? There isn't any more. That's the end of the legend. But why? What happened to the lady afterward? Well, surely she has accepted into the village somewhere. As I lived happily ever after, more or less. Stories have little business with those who are already fulfilled, you see. There lives no need to explain. That's why this story doesn't say what happens next. Is that so? It is. By the way, have you heard the news of Gustan invasion? Of course. I'm going to be tied up for quite a while. This may be our last time together. Thank you, Klein. Every day since I met you has been a joy. My king. Why don't you run away? No, I could never do that. I may not have become king of my own volition, but I am king regardless. It is my duty to protect my people. But with the way things are, your death in war is inevitable. Perhaps it is. My king, do you remember the promise we made to each other? Of course. But now, all that is a childish fantasy. The future of my country and people is at stake. I've never once broken a promise. And this will be my first time I do. Forgive me. Where am I? I can't move. That's you, Klein, isn't it? It is. How do you know? How could I not? What happened to Fornspoon? Fornspoon will perish. The head of a single puppet ruler will not change its fate. It is a formidable task. But I have a duty as king. Won't you release me? You did not become king of your own volition, did you? I did not. But to my people, I am their king. Klein, please. I beg of you. Forgive me, my king. I choose not your will, but the promise we made to each other. I am letting you escape. At your chest I have placed a box. Give it to someone you grow to trust. What will happen to you? I will pay the price for my actions. Klein. Wait. Ah! Latree, where did you go? Ah! Why can't I die? Miss Glasspan, please calm down. Ugh. Where am I? Confront the king about the relationship with Klein. There may be no going back once it's done. Do it. So, the box belonged to Klein, right? Inside there was a straw that let me see your past. Klein was a very important person to you, wasn't she? That's correct. And Klein is still trying to fulfill her promise to you. But how? If you take the pill, you'll lose your memory and be able to live as a normal person. Then you'll be returned to Earth. I see. And what happened to Klein? I can't say for sure, but she's probably in exile. So that's it. Keep her promise this whole time. But I've lived more than enough years, here as it is, though this may not be what she had wanted. I worry for Klein, however. Thank you for telling me. I'm grateful to hear that. In exile, I see. A pill from Klein, you say? My apologies, but I cannot bring myself to swallow it. Janice, and drink. I think I see something. An apparatus of sorts. Okay. Coordinates look good. Safety is on. The code is correct. Everything is in order. Granting approval. Phew, I'm exhausted. Welcome back, number 46. Thanks. Oh, Janice, are you the next one up? Yeah. I thought I should try something more challenging. How brave of you. Oh, but I'm pretty sure the next shift is during maintenance. Normally, rookies aren't assigned to those shifts. Number 7 said I'd be fine as long as I'd stick to the manual. Well, usually, but number 7's also a bit of an optimist. I'd be doing 2 shifts back to back, but how about I cover for you? No, I couldn't ask you to do that. You don't need to worry about being indebted to me or anything. It's my responsibility as your senior. To tell you the truth, I'd be worried about you. You're aware Klein is exiled, aren't you? I am. After that, the executioner, number 67, also went missing. The stand-in for number 67 has been decided for the time being, but they're likely not as merciful or as fair as number 67 was. If you were ever to make an infringement, you might not stand a chance. That's terrifying. I'm worried about the old executioner, too. Exactly. So I'll be the one to go next. Sorry, but please let me go. I want to change. I've been such a burden to everyone else. I don't want to be stuck being incapable of pulling my own weight. I'm sorry. I wasn't taking your feelings into account. Alright then, Shanice. I leave it in your hands. Thank you. But if anything were to happen, let me be the one to take responsibility for you. No ifs, ands, or buts. Number 7 will also be the same. I understand. I'll be rooting for you. Okay. First, I need to check to make sure no one is here. Alright, tokens. Yep, there's plenty. Everything looks good. The check is complete. Down, down, she descended, as if tumbling towards the bottom of a stairwell. Yet the monster had already vanished, the bell installed in the entrance ringing out surely. Could it still be nearby? She audibly clutched her shotgun. This isn't how I thought it'd be. I thought it would be a more peaceful story, but it's taken a disturbing turn. Maybe I'll read something else. I need to reform again. I feel like I could disintegrate at any time. After that, I think I'll use some tokens to fast forward time. Huh? It's locked. Hello? Is anyone there? Yes, I'm Chinese. Oh, thank God. I suddenly found myself in this place and thought I was all alone. My name's Glasspan. What is this place? Do you work here or something? Chinese, was it? Can you hear me? The exact thing happened to me, yeah! I looked around and found myself here. I'm in the same situation as you. And I'm so afraid of the outside that I can't bring myself to leave this room. Really? Man, this place makes no sense. I know! What should I do? That's a human. I'm sure of it. At the very least, I need to reform myself, or else I'll lose my human appearance. And at this rate... I've disintegrated. There's no way for me to leave this room now. Shanice? The creamer's the only thing that's not getting replenished. You don't have any more in there, do you? You must be Chinese. Glasspan informed me of the situation. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Excuse me. Nice to meet you. My name is Chilanik. Oh, Nika, sorry. By the way, I have a few questions from the Moon Palace for you. It won't open. It's locked from the inside? The situation is just getting worse. So many humans. I've got to find a way out of this. I saw your past. Maybe it's a problem for us humans to know the truth, but you're the caretaker here at Moon Palace. What you're afraid of is actually number 46 being held responsible for your own mistakes, isn't it? You know that much, huh? I guess there's no need to hide things any longer then. I had my suspicions about you, but I don't think you had any malicious intent or anything. I'm sorry you've gotten all wrapped up in this. But number 46 treated me with such kindness. I can't let her go into exile like this. To be honest, I'm not even sure what crimes I've committed at this point. What can I do to save her? I don't know, but I hope everything ends well. Me too. Thank you. I think I see something. Something watching Glasspan. Hey, Glasspan? What? It's hard to get to the soda fountain with you in the way like that. Oh yeah? Who cares? Glasspan? Are you not content with being here? Of course I'm not. Nothing ever happens here. What if all we have all this time in the world? What's the point if we're just standing around? Oh yeah, but the moon is full as it'll ever be, and there's even a soda fountain. And conveniently, you're here. What more could we want? Lattery. Am I just convenience to you? Hee hee. What's the matter? I'm bored and depressed, that's what's the matter. Shaness, why don't you just come out already? No, I don't want to. Same old, same old. I see. The truth issue we face is that everything is so damn boring, or so the saying goes. And what wise old sage came up with that quote? I just thought of it now. Doesn't it seem like some scholar or philosopher would say something like that? You're too carefree about things, Latree. But that's just what you're lacking. Not taking everything so seriously is the way to go. This might be a bit of a shock, but there is no meaning in the negative emotions that you cling to, like boredom and depression. In this internal world, there's nothing to worry about. Right, Glasspan? You're so naive and melancholic. That's a nice speech. You should run for president. Yeah, that's the spirit. Loosen up a bit. I wonder how long we've been here. 80,000 years, give or take. That many? How do you figure that? Wild guess? Well, that's unreliable. Thanks to you, though, at least I know how to kill time here now. Just having stupid conversations and getting lost in the drinks. Now you're getting it! Of course, you'd say that. Thanks, Latree. I'm glad I'm here with you. We're going to be together forever, and you're going to say sappy stuff like that? Should I not? No, it's fine. You really know how to catch me off guard. Haha. Haha. The tree doesn't exist? Why did I not see it? It was an empty chair. Why didn't it click with me? Oh my gosh. Ah, I'm telling you. What's gotten into you all of a sudden? I saw your past. I saw you talking to Latree, but she wasn't there. I didn't know if you realized that or not. I've thought about that possibility many times since her disappearance. But there was never a Latree in the first place. But I eventually concluded that whether she was real or not didn't change the fact that I'd never see her again. So I stopped thinking about it. You're trying to tell me not to get hung up on someone who never existed? As if I can move on so easily, aren't you? I don't know. I just thought you should know. I see. Then, thanks for the dose of reality, I guess. Really? I'm not angry or anything. It's just, everything has become meaningless at this point. Oh my. Nika! Let's have a drink. An elevator? Phew. What a relief. You've arrived at the experimentation building. Oh, hey. Good work today. I heard everything about number 23's infringement, I mean. That was rough. But we were able to deal with the witness without issue. So number 23 should be pardoned. That's good at least. I know you're probably the most relieved. Right, Executioner? You're right about that. I'm not sure I'll ever get to use my sentencing. I'll never get used to sentencing my comrades. That trait of yours is exactly why you were picked. Yeah. I hope that the time to carry out the exile never comes, if possible. Oh, that's right. I actually was looking for you. I thought I'd say goodbye. My vacation request was approval for a little over 300 years. Your colleagues will have it rough, with the best moon technician gone for 300 years. Maybe. You're free to come visit me if you'd like. I think I'll spend the whole time in a place called Fornspoon. I'll stop by when I have the time. Why'd you pick Fornspoon anyways? They have advanced printing technology and a lot of books. The country is a bit unstable due to strained relations with the neighbors and pestilence, though. A culture of self-indulgence has risen within the social classes as well. I see. Will you be alright there? I'll be fine. Most likely. Well, have fun. But promise me something. Don't get too attached to any humans. Is that your advice as executioner? Advice as your friend. It's hard to say goodbye forever. Even if there is an afterlife, our kind could never go there. Thanks. By the way, when is the elevator going to make it to the next floor? Oh, sorry, I stopped it. I'll get it moving. You've arrived at the living quarters. We'll see you around. Goodbye. Ah, it's so freaky! No. This all must be some sort of misunderstanding. Perhaps it is. But it's your role as executioner to verify that. This will be a difficult job for you, as I'm sure you are aware. Such a shame to lose such a good technician. It can't be true! Number 2. Have a little more tact. I'm sorry, executioner. I know you and number 68 were... Executioner, do you understand? You must carry out your duty. This is a job only you can do. That's right, you're the one and only executioner. All 112 of us have chosen you for this role. You must devote yourself to duty, compassion, sincerity, and fairness. It wasn't my choice to be executioner, but I understand. Well then, I would like to go verify everything as executioner. Number 68. Do you use lunar technology to let King R-Spike of Forspoken escape Gustan's pursuers? It is true, of my own volition no less. On top of that, 4 humans were injured during the escape, one of which was killed, correct? That's correct. I determined there was no other option to protect the king. Even though you were in possession of disabling devices? That is correct. Why? They would have drawn too much attention. They also leave behind debris. If I were to use them, there's a good chance that the secrets of our lunar technology would be greatly revealed. That was a prudent decision. It was. I carried out a series of plans with the utmost prudence. I'm not so sure about that. Going to such lengths for a single human is insane. You could have ended up in an irreversible mental state. You should have considered that possibility. Nika, that's enough. There's no way to pardon my actions. Please, just send me to exile. It wouldn't be any fault of yours. You need not be concerned for me. This is what I wanted. I understand. Number 68. Klein, your sentence has been determined. Your infringement upon all 3 violatable laws. You are to be vanished for all of eternity on the moon of exile. Thank you. You are a fair and just executioner. Oh, shoot! My friend. Oh my gosh. Oh. I thought Chinese had, like, the best background in the story. No way. Such a twist. Such a great twist. Do it. I saw your past. You're the Moon Executioner. But now you've lost your memory. Is that true? I think so. To be honest with you, I have no idea if you're right. I know nothing about it, but I have no proof to be the contrary if you claim I have no memory of it. The more I talk, the more suspicious I sound, don't I? As if I'm feigning ignorance. Do you have any sort of proof? Any way for me to know for sure? Oh gosh, I don't know. That's right, if you give the pill twice, it gives them back their memory. Oh my goodness. So silly, I made that mistake before. I'm sure if you take this, your memories will come back. So that's what it is. But you couldn't live with yourself having sent Klein, your friend, into exile. That's why you erased your memory yourself. Even now, the truth might be too much for you to handle. I guess I'll try it. I have nothing to lose if you're lying to me. If you're telling the truth, then it's the best I know. No matter the consequences. Oh, he took it. Well, I remember everything. Everything? Like everything? Everything. Does that make you, Nika, the executioner now? You don't have to treat me like I'm a stranger or anything. I still have my memories leading up to this moment. Oh, I see. Well, how are you feeling? Well, though I have a heavy heart, I don't think I'll break down into irreversible mental state or anything. Perhaps my memory of being human serves as a sort of buffer. So what happens now? If you had the straw that Klein created, you all could leave Moon Palace. That's what she told me, too. You met Klein? More like Klein's data? We talked for a bit. I see. So you spoke of you and everyone here returning. Before you go, though, I have a favor I'd like to ask of you. Of course, it would be with the premise that you return eventually. What's the favor? I would like to fulfill my duty as executioner, and my duty to you and Klein as your friend. Your duty as executioner? Oh yeah, when I say executioner, it doesn't mean what it means on Earth. Basically, I want the current situation to be resolved in a way that satisfies everyone as much as possible. To do that, I will need to trust you and that straw. Have a peek at the past of what the other 3 using the straw just as you did with me. The past glimpse through the straw is the memory that forms the core of that person. And if there is something that they're hiding, please confront them with acknowledging the truth. Is that really okay for me to do that? It's like slipping into their souls and most delicate parts. Haven't you already seen my past, haven't you? You've even confronted me about it. You'd be doing the same thing. I suppose you're right. So what's next? Share the information with everyone. I'll handle things after that. Let me know when you finish with everyone. So I actually supposed to go to him first, and then do everyone else's story, apparently. Irreversible mental state. Is there something that can happen to us? Similar to how humans die? It's hard to explain. It's various to person to person. For example, when an ice sculpture melts, it turns into water, even though water is the same as ice in terms of composition. It's impossible to reconstruct the sculpture within just the information in the water, right? This is sort of irreversibility is the same within our minds. The mind becomes muddy and dissolves. If we use the metaphor of the ice sculpture, it seems possible to turn water back into ice, even if we give up on reproducing the exact form. However, such a method has never been discovered. That's what his irreversible mental state is. Okay, so at this point, I've done everything, and I have the bonus ending unlocked. I'm going to go ahead and save. In case there's just one other trippy thing that I messed up here, I'm still doing this mostly blind. I'm finished. You finished with everyone? I'd like you to gather for a discussion. Are you ready? Once that's done, you should be able to return home from Moon Palace. I'm ready. Alright, let's call everyone over. What is Nika planning? Huh? Have you called over too? Has everyone been called here? What's going on, Nika? You seem different. Is this the same sort of meeting? Oh, you're here too, Spike. What's going to happen? Alright, everyone's all here. Let's get started. I'll figure out what we have to do for a good view of the moon while we're at it. Whoa! Eek! Heh, hot dog. Where are we? Is this your doing, Nika? I adjusted the translucency of the walls. How do you know how to do that? I remembered, along with other things. Well, I'm sure you all have lots of questions, but let's get straight to the main subject. Have you noticed the straw that Larice has been carrying around? Huh? Larice? Who's Larice? That'd be me. What? That's the first time I've heard it. Oh my gosh. Hey now, back to topic. With the straw, we are able to generate objects called tokens. We can use these tokens to return everyone to their former world. What? That would solve everything. No, not everything. What do you mean? I've called all here to discuss the issues that can't be resolved with tokens alone. In order to do that, I need you all to share the information that you have. This is how I identify what issues need resolving. Well then, let's get started. So in other words, Klonoka and Chinis are not human? That's right. We are a race of immortal beings that migrated to live on the moon. There are only 113 of us. And your lover, Klein, is one of us. You needn't say that name or word out loud. So you're not denying it either, huh? And what's wrong with that, Glasspan? Well, sorry. Sheesh. Oh, Nika. What is it? Do you really think it's okay to tell humans all this? How would the executioner judge? I am the executioner. So, Latree never existed? Chines, you were here when Glasspan arrived. How did you not know? Because she never left her room, that's why. So, Klein is still in exile for the crime of letting the king free? And she'll be exiled for the rest of eternity. Glad I'm not her. Do show a tad more sympathy. Well, it's not my problem. From the sounds of things, though, Klein is guilty of killing someone, and that isn't exactly innocent here. Be that as it may, exile is punishment more severe than death, is it not? Klein's crimes were grave, and extended beyond our own kind. As human technology advances, our kinds will existence will inevitably become public knowledge. It is possible, then, that knowledge of her crimes would prove problematic. It would be necessary massacre in history, and that the perpetrator is still alive. Incidentally, the moon of exile is the one you see now, so that's where Klein is. I see now. Everyone else had their own baggage too. But wait, what about you? Me? Oh yes, we forgot about you. Let's take a look at your past. All we have to do is use that straw thingy, right? There's really nothing to see. You're right. It should only be fair if we take a look in your past as well. I'll be taking the straw. Sorry if this is unpleasant for you. I don't mind. How human of you to be considerate, though. I've lived as a human too, you know. How was it? Nothing worth note of, really. It just seems stressed over the fact that you have an exam immediately afterwards if you return. You wish to brought more study materials with you, and that's about it. Actually, your story might be the saddest. How rude. I'm just trying to live my own life over here. Exams are rough, you know. What exam is it anyways? The Class 1 General Radio Communication Operator Licensing Exam. Oh, a license? I thought it'd be a college final exam or something. Isn't that exam super hard to pass? Are you planning on making a career with it? No, it's just a hobby. Yeesh. Well then, we've heard everyone's story. What do we do now? I want to go home already. The two of you should be in the all clear to return to Earth. By the way, Glasspan, I'm able to erase your memories of the tree. Would you like me to do that for you? What? You could do that? I can. Manipulating human memories is not a difficult task. No, I think I'll pass. Your choice. As for you, Chines. Yes? You're worried about how this incident will be dealt with according to the laws of the moon, aren't you? I am? Let me handle all the procedures. Given the circumstances, you likely won't be charged with any crimes, neither should 46. I know you're worried about exile being a possibility, but the laws of the moon are more lenient than you might think. That's a relief. Last but not least, King Spike. Yes? To be honest, I'm at a loss at how to handle your case. Do you want to return to Earth with the current time period? No! I no longer have any attachments to Earth, nor do I know anyone there now. I'm just worried about Klein. I thought you'd say that. Poor thing. You know, Nika? Yes? I do have one proposal, though I'm not certain if it's possible. What would that be? Larice, Glasspan, I'm telling you both back to Earth now. Normally, humans that visit Moon Palace have their memories erased before being sent back, but this time we'll make an exception. But why? For personal reasons. Huh? But what if we tell other humans about your kind? If there's two of us with the same story, then we're sure to have more credibility. I doubt that. There are countless pairs on Earth who share a common fantasy. Well, we'll commence the teleportation. Goodbye. Janice, give me the hand. Yes, sir. Well then, goodbye, you two. Yeah, see ya. Bye. It'd be nice to meet you again someday. It would. Excuse me? Huh? Are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. I'm back. I better get going. My exam is soon. Okay, teleportation permitted. This ending has so much different weight to it now. Good work out there, Chines. You've been busy, haven't you? The executioner has returned, too. Yes, it was tough. But Nika says I won't be charged. That's great. You did good, Chines. Thanks. Number 46, thanks for everything. Oh, it's different. What for exactly? For treating me with respect. What? Why would I not? But you're welcome anyways. Aw, damn. There's just no end to this. The tree. Oh, great, I'm talking to myself again. It's like a charm or something. When I say that out loud, it feels so comforting, but also a bit lonely. Is that a good thing? Hey, Glasspan, you've been rambling to yourself for a while now. Ack, did I say that out loud? Yeah. Sorry, I didn't even notice. So, the 3 individuals have been dealt with as and returned. And number 22, Chinese, has been pardoned. I see. That's a relief. And number 67, we commend you for returning. Welcome back, Nika. Do you intend to continue as executioner? You can no longer erase your memory. If you continue, you might enter an irreversible mental state. Nobody would blame you if you stepped down. No, I'm not stepping down. If that's what you wish, we won't stop you. It's up to you. One more thing. I have a proposal regarding the moon's laws and punishments. Would it be for Klein's stake? It may be mixing business affairs with personal affairs. I haven't said anything about it yet. We will allow it. You'd find it too difficult to continue as executioner without ideals or aspirations. Good luck, number 67. May you show your intent and be triumphant. Oh, it's Klein and King. Haha. Oh my goodness. Second ending. Awesome. Just bringing context to every single thing. The main character stinks. I was really waiting for a big drop on the main character, being like, oh my gosh, they're actually Moonfish number 65. But like, no, they had nothing. They're just like, oh, I just did it for my ham radio exam. That was kind of falonky, but again, I'm really impressed by the people who translated this game. Very good translation. But yeah, fantastic. I'll see real fast if they have a bonus thing here. It looks like they might. Thank you for waiting. Here comes your strawberry pancakes. Thank you. I actually get to eat at a diner. It's smaller than I thought it would be. Oh well. I guess I'll go ahead and eat. Sorry for making you wait. Who is it? I thought I got caught up in work. It's no problem. I actually already ate. Good. Now, what should I get? Okay, excuse me? Yes, have you decided on your order? I have a drink from the soda fountain. And I'll have a salad and a large curry, please. All right, then. Is there shrimp in the curry or salad? There isn't. Good. That'll be it, then. All right, got it. That's a lot of food. I just get so hungry when I work. Are you allergic to shrimp, too? Too? Are you also allergic? What's up with that? Does it have anything to do with the Moon Palace? Who knows? So how'd your exam go? I failed. Oh no. Well, you did take a ridiculously long break from studying. Speaking of which, I've already experienced all that time traveling. But every day seems so much longer since I've gotten back. I feel the same. Well, it's good things worked out. Though, my long work hours are a pain in the neck. Yeah, I know. I wonder if King was really happy with that decision. Beats me. Only those two would know. I guess there wouldn't have been much for him to live for during this time period anyways. Wouldn't you say so for yourself? You know what life is like nowadays. I guess, but they're bound to run out of topics to talk about someday. Obviously. But it probably beats being in solitude forever. What if they get tired of each other? If that happens, then one of them can just go and sit on the opposite side of the moon. Then that makes two of them in solitude. I wonder if Chines and Nika are doing well. I hope so. Yeah. That's all I can ask for. I hope they're well. Hey, are you still hung up on the tree? I'm not even sure myself. Even now, I still get lonely whenever I remember her. But ever since I returned and confirmed that no one knew who she was, things have been a little bit easier. I see. Plus, even without Latree in my life, I've still met a new friend. Yeah? Whoa, no need to shout all of a sudden. Oops, sorry, I was just so happy. You dork. Sorry for the wait. Here's your salad and curry. Thank you. The end. Well then, don't mind if I do. So delicious. I'm glad to hear it. Oh, it's just a sound gallery and a losing gallery. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. This was literally a first journey for me for something like this type of media content. If you somehow made it here, please leave me a comment. This is such a crazy thing. Right now I'm I'm under 100 subscribers, and if one person literally sat through all of this with me, it would make me overly delighted. Just say, I sat through it. You don't have to say anything else. It would tickle me pink. Just to know that like somebody else enjoyed this game because I put it out there. And yeah, I was just so sick of what we had out there. We had all the Twitch chats going over and all this stuff that just ruined the game. I don't know. I've always been a bad reader, so I don't know if that necessarily ruined the game as well, maybe. But yeah, just let me know what you thought. Just this game was a treat. I literally did this all in one night. It just worked out. I'm so happy to have done this. And I hope you guys would come back to my channel for more written prose style, thought process type stuff, not just reading script. It's a fun place to be. Thank you all. If you've made this far, I love you. Have a great day. Goodbye.